The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening and welcome to Meriden, Kansas tonight from Jefferson West High School, where the Baldwin Bulldogs finish out their road stretch here of 5 straight games on the boys' side, and this is the 4th consecutive road game for the girls and a rematch for the Baldwin girls as they take on the Jeff West Tigers here tonight. I'm Bryce Kessler, and welcome in to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we get you set for tip-off tonight between the 12 and 6 Bulldogs and the 5 and 14 Jefferson West Tigers. The boys' game will follow tonight in game 2 of our doubleheader. The Baldwin boys coming off their first loss in the last couple of weeks. A 5-game winning streak, I should say, ended in the loss at Ottawa last Friday night. So the Bulldogs now 14-4, and they will take on the 7-12 Jefferson West boys coming up in game 2. But the girls' game is up first, a rematch from a game that we saw these two teams play at the Wellsville Top Gun tournament in the opening game of that tournament. Baldwin winning it 55-28 the first time around, so we'll see if they can sweep this series with the Tigers this year and head into the season finale against a top 5 ranked, in fact top 3 ranked Bonner Springs team, and hopefully riding a 5-game winning streak as the Baldwin girls have won their last 4. So that's what's coming up. We'll take a look at the matchups and more as we continue on here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show from Jefferson West High School tonight. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors of the Baldwin State Bank pregame show.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back inside Jefferson West High School. Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we get you set for Bulldog basketball tonight, taking on the Jeff West Tigers. Pregame show brought to you by the Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at the hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or savings for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For over 120 years, they've helped serve our community. Enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. The Bulldogs, winners of their last 4, now 12-6 on the year, coming off of a 49-42 victory on the road at Ottawa. A night that saw the Bulldogs trail the majority of the evening, but they outscored Ottawa 34-22 in the second half, including a 9-1 run in the final minute of the fourth quarter to pick up their victory in that one. And for the first time this year, the Bulldogs won a game when they trailed at the half. They were 0-6 prior to that, but they overcome a 5-point halftime deficit, come back and win it with a late run, and now on a season-high 4-game winning streak with that victory. Meanwhile, Jefferson West, they are 5-14. They have lost 7 in a row coming into tonight. Their last game was this past Friday night, a 50-29 loss against Nemaha Central. So that 7-game losing streak now is a season long for the Tigers. And a lot of the issues lately have been turnovers. 20-plus turnovers now in 5 of their last 6 games for the Tigers. And also the struggles a bit kind of coincide with the loss of their top scorer, Kinley Stones. She was lost for presumably the season. We haven't seen her since, and she's not suited up again tonight. But they lost her in the game prior to playing Baldwin the first time. That was back on January 24th. With Kinley Stones in the lineup, they were they won 4 games out of their 10. They were 4-6, and then since the loss of her, just 1-8. So that certainly been a tough loss for the Tigers, and currently on a 7-game losing skid. So they will try to avenge an earlier loss to the Bulldogs. 55-28 was the final in that game back in January. Baldwin shooting 40% in that game. Jeff West just shot 20% on that night. 2 of 17 from beyond the arc. Baldwin, they really shot the 3 well in that game. They were 8 of 19 from three-point land and jumped out to a quick lead on the Tigers. They led 20-7 out of the gates of the first quarter, and then they really put the game away to start the second half. Baldwin opened the second half on a 17-3 run. So in those 2 spurts, they outscored them by 27. They ended up winning the game by 27. So that was the story of the first go-around between these two teams, a 55-28 victory for Baldwin. We'll see what the rematch has in store here tonight, as the Bulldogs this time will try and do it on the road after winning on a neutral site that first matchup. So it's Baldwin and Jeff West coming up. We'll take a look at the matchups to watch for the Jefferson West Tigers, and our State Farm Insurance game plan for the Bulldogs is coming up as well as you're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Baldwin and Jeff West coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Baldwin on the road tonight, taking on the Jefferson West Tigers here in Meriden. And a little look at the opponent. Of course, again, it's one that Baldwin has seen this year already, a 55-28 win earlier this year. And the big thing about this Jefferson West team, they are a good offensive rebounding team, over 10.5 offensive rebounds per game. Verlie Sanders, their 6-foot junior, is the leader in that regard. She had 5 offensive rebounds against the Bulldogs of the first matchup. Baldwin was fortunate that she and the rest of the team were unable to capitalize on many of those. They shot just 20% in that game. They will turn the ball over a bit. They're averaging 19 per game this year. They have turned it over 20-plus times now in 5 of their last 6, so that usually is a recipe for success for the Bulldogs when they can turn over their opponents. Granted, you could say that about pretty much any team, but Baldwin certainly thrives off of that, so we'll see if they can capitalize on that tonight. Ella Dickey is probably their leading player to watch in terms of their scoring output. She's averaging just over 10 points per game, has been scoring at a higher clip here over the last half dozen games or so, averaging right around 14 points per game. She had a cold shooting day against the Bulldogs. The first matchup was just 1 out of 8 from the field, so expect her. She's number 1 for the Tigers to be their focal point of trying to get their offense going, and I imagine she'll draw the assignment of the 2 feisty guards for the Bulldogs, Bailey Smith and Chloe Neufeld, when they're in the game, likely will be matched up on Dickey to try to take her away and limit her touches. So that's a little look at what we're up against here tonight as the Bulldogs look to run their winning streak to a season-high 5 games. Currently 12-6 on the year of the Bulldogs. Jeff West currently on a 7-game losing skid. They come into play tonight at 5-14. We'll take a look at tonight's game plan, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno. When we come back, you're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show for Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. As we wrap up our pregame show, it's time for tonight's game plan, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno. We'll start with those guards. We talked about create some havoc for the Jeff West guards tonight. They forced 19 turnovers out of the Tigers in their first matchup. Jeff West 20-plus in 5 of their last 6. Baldwin this year, when they win, they usually turn their opponents over. In their 12 wins this year, they're averaging just under 14 steals per game. Compare that to the 6 losses this year, where they averaged just 6 steals per game. So see, they can create some havoc there and then limit the second chance opportunities. 10.5 offensive rebounds per game for Jeff West. They had 14 against Baldwin in the first matchup, but shot just 20%, so didn't take advantage of those second chance opportunities. But that could be one way that Jeff West can keep themselves in the ball game if they're able to capitalize on some offensive boards. So we want the Bulldogs to limit those second chance opportunities for Jeff West tonight. The game plan brought to you by local State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno. Stop by, grab a cup of coffee, meet the team, and see how they can come up with a game plan for you to help protect the people and things you value most. Whether it's updating your current policy or looking to switch to something brand new, Cody Anno and the team at State Farm has you covered at 208 Baker Street in Baldwin City or online at codyismyagent.com. Your starting lineups and the opening tip coming up next. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here to Jefferson West High School. It is time for the starting lineups as we get set for the opening tip. The lineups are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As you take a look at the lineups there, Baldwin with their typical starting five: Marin Frost, leading scorer Carly Neufeld, Emma Kate Lang, leading rebounder Alyssa Reichard, and leading assist girl Bailey Smith in this Baldwin lineup. And for Jeff West, their top scorer Ella Dickey at 10.5 points per game, Hallie Tuck, Olivia Meyer, Addison Schwinn, and Verly Sanders, who is their top rebounder, 8 boards per game for Sanders to round out that lineup. National anthem time. We'll keep it right here. Just listen in to the pep band here at Jeff West. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As you take a look at their upcoming lineup, don't miss out tonight. You might be a little late for that one, but tomorrow, another chance at the Baldwin High School Jazz Band performance down at the Lumberyard Arts Center. Get your tickets at lumberyardartscenter.org. And while you're there, check out all the other upcoming events that they have going on at your creative home in Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Arts Center. Time for tonight's opening tip brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. They want you to join their team, now hiring for summer positions. Looking for umpires, concession stand workers, soccer officials, lifeguards, summer camp counselors, and more. It's a great summer job opportunity. Stay active, give back to your community, join a great team. All there at BCRC. Apply online at baldwinrec.org. Tell them the Baldwin Sports Live crew sent you and might get a few extra points in trying to get that job. It's Baldwin and Jeff West as we are underway here from Meriden tonight. The Tigers coming off of 7 straight losses into play tonight. The Bulldogs riding a season-high 4-game winning streak. There's 1 game to go, and that's the Bonner Springs home game on Friday night to round out the regular season. And Addison Schwinn, a freshman for Jeff West, knocks down the 3 to get the night started for the Tigers. She was just 1 out of 10 from the field against Baldwin in that matchup in Wellsville earlier this year on January 24th, but good start for her, knocking down the shot. Baldwin goes inside to Emma Kate Lang, cleared by Verly Sanders. Jeff West coming off of a 21-point loss this past Friday. Off to a good start here and a nice drive by Olivia Myers, setting up Sanders with a bounce pass, and 2 possessions, already 2 buckets for Jeff West, who got off to a really slow start against Baldwin in their first matchup. Shot just 20% for the game, but they've knocked down their first 2 field goal attempts so far tonight. Now Baldwin turns it over. Smith's pass is taken away by Tuck. Jeff West out in front, 5-0 already. 2 possessions, 2 buckets for the Tigers here on their home floor. Bailey Smith guarding Olivia Meyer, who again braced down the defense off the dribble. Inside lob to Sanders, and that's 3 straight trips down with buckets for Jeff West, and the Tigers lead 7-0. Carly Neufeld, the Bulldogs' leading scorer, looking to get going. Floater is knocked out of bounds, or no, they'll say just floated out of bounds, and now the official on the far side will come in and change the call, say it was off Sanders. First attempt of the night for Carly Neufeld, coming off of a 12-point game against Ottawa, shooting 44% from beyond the arc over her last 4 games. So it's been hot. Imagine that the Bulldogs want to get her going again early in this one. Inside, Emma Kate Lang shoots it over Sanders, and this time scores it. So Baldwin on the board after the 7-0 run to start this game for Jeff West. Full court pressure by Baldwin. Olivia Meyer stepped into the starting lineup midway through the year to replace the injured Kinley Stones, and she's off to a good start tonight for Jeff West with a couple of plays to create some offense already for the Tigers, who turned it over for the first time. Neufeld will bring it back up for the Bulldogs, down 7-2 early going. Baldwin 6-3 this year on the road. They've won their last 5 road games. Neufeld's 3 off front iron, long rebound to Lang. Second chance opportunity. Frost's 3 is no good. Of course, Jeff West probably has nightmares seeing Marin Frost out there knock down 6 threes against the Tigers when they met in Wellsville. Frost tying the Top Gun tournament single game record with 6 made threes in that game. 6 of the 8 threes that Baldwin made as a team. Alyssa Reichard gets called for her first foul, so first personal, first team against Baldwin. Now a second foul against the Bulldogs. This one will be called on Marin Frost. Jeff West has to like the start they've gotten off to here, out in front 7-2. Ella Dickey picked up by Smith. Baldwin, a bit of a matchup zone look on defensively. Now back straight man here as Dickey will inbound. Neufeld switched off on Meyer, and she dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. Just 1 bucket so far for Baldwin. It came from their starting 5 player, who also wears number 5, Emma Kate Lang. Gotten it into her a couple of times now. Just the 1 bucket to show for it. Here's Smith on the drive. And a foul on Sanders. Verly Sanders with her first team foul on the Tigers, and to the line goes Bailey Smith. Just 10 out of 23 this year at the free throw line, the junior guard. 5 points against Jeff West in their first matchup this year. Chloe Neufeld checking in for the Bulldogs, 5'3" freshman. Tied with Bailey Smith atop the team assist leader right now at 2.1 per game. Carly Toot also in for the Bulldogs, a 5'6" senior. Averages 3 rebounds per game off of the bench for Baldwin. 1 of 2 for Smith at the line at 7-3. 4:20 left to play in this first quarter. Baldwin led early 20-7 in the first quarter against Jeff West in their first matchup. Not the case tonight, but off of another Tiger turnover. Neufeld to Chloe Neufeld. Carly to Chloe in the corner, missing the 3. Dickey the rebound. Big screen in the backcourt by Tuck. Knocked Smith off the ball handler. Now back into the hands of Meyer, who's picked up by Chloe Neufeld, who picks up a foul. First on Chloe, 13th foul for the Bulldogs with 3:48 to go in the quarter. Seven quick points to start this game for Jeff West, but they have now gone 2:40 without scoring. Knocked away by Smith, not able to save it. Lob into Schwinn, who hit the three on the opening possession for the Tigers. Dickey runs out of room, has to just get rid of the ball to avoid going out of bounds, and then Sanders fouls Carly Toot. So Verly Sanders picks up her second. The leading rebounder for Jeff West, now with 2 fouls, already has 4 points and a rebound. And John Malloy will leave Sanders in the game here with 2 fouls and 3:28 to go in the first quarter. Reichard working for the high post. Spins inside. Sanders comes over and helps out. Dangerously to potentially pick up a third, but forces the miss. Back comes Jeff West. Meyer has it knocked free by Carly Neufeld as Chloe Neufeld the other way. Up with the left hand and hacked by Hallie Tuck. Couple of free throws coming up for freshman Chloe Neufeld, who knocked down some big free throws for the Bulldogs in the win against Ottawa. Chloe went to the line with Baldwin trailing 41-40 and ended up making all 3 free throws. She was fouled on a 3-point shot, made all 3 of those free throws to put Baldwin on top, and they didn't give it back after that. Closing the game on a 9-1 run that started with those 3 free throws by Chloe Neufeld. Carly and Alyssa Reichard check out. Back in comes Emma Kate Lang along with Marin Frost. Chloe unable to hit either of these. Offensive rebound by Lang. And Marin Frost dials up a 3. And she likes playing against the Tigers. 6 of 10 from beyond the arc. The first matchup, 1 for 2 tonight. Baldwin, after trailing 7-0 to start this game, back to within 1. Meyer up top to Dickey. That's a double dribble. And that's the 5th Jefferson West turnover now as they're starting to pile them up here in this first quarter. Carly Neufeld back in for the Bulldogs. Bailey Smith checks out. Jefferson West will go to their bench as well. Megan Malone checks in. And Verly Sanders, who has the 2 fouls, will go out of the lineup for Jeff West. 2:32 left in the opening quarter. Baldwin a chance to take their first lead of the game. Inside to Lang. Stumbling as she tried to put the shot up. Chloe Neufeld with an offensive rebound. Carly spinning her way down the middle of the paint and banks it in to put the Bulldogs in front for the first time tonight at 8-7. An 8-0 run by Baldwin after the 7-0 run to start the game for Jeff West. Tuck fires it up from the corner, and that is off of Malone. Baldwin will take over. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Baldwin's recovered after the 7-0 start by Jefferson West, now leading it by 1. Carly Neufeld, fresh off her first bucket last time down, gets it back at the corner from Frost. 3-pointer goes off the guide wire, wave it off, no basket. Bounced up off the guide wire above the basket. So it won't count for Carly. Out of bounds to Jeff West with 1:40 to go in the quarter. Scored on their first 3 possessions of the game, did the Tigers, but they have not scored since. 5 minutes without scoring. Tuck looking to skip it across to Dickey. Loses it on the drive, a tie-up, and the Bulldogs get it on the arrow with 1:17 left to go in the quarter. An 8-0 run by Baldwin during a 5-minute scoring drought currently for Jefferson West. Carly bounces to Lang. Bank shot doesn't go. Schwinn the rebound. And Chloe picks up her second foul. 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. She'll check out. Bailey Smith comes back in. And another Tigers turnover. Their 7th. Alyssa Reichard back in for Baldwin. Reichard and Lang both posting on the same block. Now Lang relocates. Frost to Smith in the corner. Under 30 seconds left. Back to Frost from the corner. And another ball that goes in but doesn't count. So that's twice now that the Bulldogs have had a three-pointer bounce up, and that one hit a little bit more than the guide wire. It bounced around up there on top of the backboard, hit the bar support as well, but no basket. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. Jeff West has gone 6 minutes now without scoring, but trail by only 1 thanks to a good start to this game where they scored in their first 3 possessions, and now a 5-second violation. Carly Neufeld out there with the defense, forcing the closely guarded call against Olivia Meyer, and it leaves Baldwin with 5.8 seconds left. And get something going towards the basket here. Ideally, it was tipped. And a foul on Jeff West with 3.8 seconds left. That'll be their 4th team foul. It is on Meyer. So they'll re-inbound this time from just across half court. 3.8 to get the shot up. Into Neufeld at midcourt. Carly pulls up and banks it off the glass, missing. It looked like the defender may have gotten a piece of that even. It's 8-7 after 1. Baldwin leads here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayton Outdoors.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Start of the second quarter here in Meriden tonight, 8-7. Baldwin leading by 1. It was certainly a quarter of runs. 7-0 run to start the game for Jeff West, and 8-0 run to finish that quarter for Baldwin. Jeff West going the final 6-13 without scoring. Baldwin went the first 2-13 without scoring. And the Bulldogs lead by 1 when it's all said and done here at the start of the second quarter. Tuck trying to save it, ends up in the 9th turnover now for the Tigers. A chance to run for Baldwin. Carly pulls up for the elbow, and it's blocked by Schwinn. Then deflected out off of Reichard. Jeff West takes over. Well, Baldwin forcing turnovers now, 9 of them already for Jefferson West. Just 1 turnover for Baldwin, but haven't been able to take full advantage yet. Just 8 points for the Bulldogs. Knocked away, Frost down on it, and a Baldwin basketball coming up on the possession arrow on the 10th turnover now from Jefferson West. Neufeld with 2 brings it up for the Bulldogs. So far, nobody has scored multiple buckets. 4 different scores make it a first field goal. I was going to say make it a 5th different score, but Smith did have the free throw earlier. Gets the layup here, and Baldwin in front by 3. Smith committing a foul. Actually, they called it on Neufeld, so it's Carly's first and the team's 5th. 6:44 left to play in this first quarter, or excuse me, this first half. Meyer swatted by Neufeld. Carly coast to coast. Misses the layup, but an offensive rebound by Lang. Outside Frost, open on the wing, and she knocks it down. Second three of the game for Marin Frost. A 13-0 run for Baldwin. Looking for Schwinn on the back door and another turnover. Baldwin can run, and Smith losing it. Taps it ahead to Frost. Backside to Reichard. Little turnaround floater by Alyssa Reichard is good. And now 5 different players have scored for the Bulldogs. All 5 starters have now scored, and a turnover on the inbound play. So Jefferson West having it start to snowball on them. Tigers have not scored in over 8 minutes now, and Baldwin has gone on a 15-0 run. Ball knocked free, still loose. Neufeld ends up with it, and she's fouled. Fifth team foul on Jefferson West. It's the second on Olivia Meyer. Ashley Moser checks in for Meyer. Reichard drives center of the paint, gets the roll, and a foul will put her at the line for a 3-point chance. Colby Noel commits the foul. And Reichard at the line for the Bulldogs to extend what is now a 17-0 run. Misses the free throw, which bounds out of bounds, but that good start for Jeff West is a distant memory right now. The Tigers scored in their first 3 possessions, led 7-0, but have now gone 6.5 minutes, or 8.5 minutes without scoring, and has seen Baldwin go from down 7-0 to up 17-7. And the turnovers continue to pile up. 13 now. Frost is fouled by Tuck. That's her second. And that will put the Tigers over the limit. This will be a shooting foul anyway, but Baldwin will shoot the rest of the way in this first half. 2 shots here for Frost, a 61% free throw shooter. 7 points now to start this game for Marin. Knocked down a couple of threes in this one. She has gone just 3 for 20 from the three-point line over the last 5 games. That is the 5 games since that 6 of 10 shooting night that she had against Jeff West. And perhaps the Tigers is what she needed to get the stroke going again. 19-0 run for Baldwin. Another turnover and a foul after the Reichard steal. The foul is on Ella Dickey, and that will put Alyssa at the line for a 1-and-1. Olivia Meyer back in for Jeff West. Chloe Neufeld back in for Baldwin. Reichard at the line, front into the 1-and-1, and it rattles in. Offensive rebound for Neufeld. Carly Toot with it. Up to Reichard on the drive, kicks to the corner. Chloe Neufeld. Back out it comes. Good ball movement for the Bulldogs, then trying to make a 2-foot bounce pass. Those don't usually work out very well. This one won't either. It's a turnover. Just the second of the game for Baldwin. They have dominated in that capacity. Just 2 turnovers for Baldwin, 14 for Jeff West. Bulldogs leading 20-7 as Reichard checks out. Back in comes Emma Kate Lang with 4:42 left to go in the half. Meyer had a couple of early assists for the Tigers. Getting hounded by Chloe Neufeld here. Gets it off to Tuck. Now Zytek in and out for her, and they haven't even had many shot attempts over the last 10-plus minutes now, and they've not made a single one. Chloe Neufeld is bumped, but they'll call her for a travel instead. Tough break for Chloe, but Bulldogs still lead 20-7 as Ella Dickey checks back in. Burley Sanders also going to return. She picked up 2 first-quarter fouls and spent a good portion on the bench here in the second quarter. Back in now at the 4:10 mark. Meyer pushes it up for the Tigers, who are down by 13 now after a 7-0 lead to start this game. They've not scored since the 6:13 mark of the first quarter. 10-plus minutes, the scoring drought right now. Dickey from the corner ends it with a 3. 3:40 to go in the first half. Baldwin's lead is 10. The 20-0 run comes to an end on that 3. Neufeld will head the line as she's fouled on the floater. Bulldog basketball brought to you, or presented, I should say, by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, natives of Goodland, Kansas, now your Baldwin City area brokers for the past 10 years. Experts in selling rural homes, farms, ranches, and recreational real estate. They built several successful businesses, manage their own farm and hunting lodge, and want to use their expertise to help you in finding your next dream property. Give them a call at 785-821-2666 or visit HaydenOutdoors.com to learn more. 1 of 2 for Carly Neufeld at the line. The foul, by the way, was the 3rd on Meyer. The 9th team foul on Jeff West. Neufeld is out. Back in Frost. (21-10) Baldwin lead. Dickey handoff to Schwinn. Back into the corner for Dickey. Floater for the baseline. Sanders goes down after grabbing the offensive rebound. They'll call a trip on Baldwin on Chloe Neufeld. It's her 3rd. Well, that's the last 2 fouls have been somewhat unfortunate. No, that's not the last 2 fouls. That foul, that travel that Neufeld was called for. A couple of unfortunate calls against Chloe. Toot checks out. Back in is Reichert. Carly Neufeld will also come back in for her sister Chloe. 3:13 left to go in the half. 21-10. Baldwin on top. Jeff West to inbound. And now Carly bumps into Hallie Tuck to pick up her 2nd. And that puts the Bulldogs over the limit, so a 1-on-1 opportunity coming up for Jefferson West. First trip to the line tonight for the Tigers. Tuck is 63% this year, just 5 out of 8. Misses the front end, rebounded by Lang. Frost looking for a 3rd triple. Offensive board for Reichert. Looked like she had an angle to go back up with it. Tried to pass it off to Lang, and it ends up going out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. Dickey out to Zytek. Smothered by Reichert, but Dickey gets it back now to Schwinn. Dickey on the drive. Blocked by Reichert. Loose ball. Reichert dives down on top of it. And the Bulldogs coming back the other way with an 11-point lead and a foul committed in the backcourt. 2 shots this time, as that's team foul number 10. And it's the 2nd personal on Ella Dickey. Well, Carly Neufeld will go to the line for 2 Baldwin shots here. She's 1 of 2 at the line. 3 points so far tonight for Carly. Bulldog basketball brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. First free throw misses from Neufeld, family-owned company right there in Baldwin City. Actively looking to fill positions to join a great team with excellent pay, competitive benefit packages, and a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff. Send an email to jobs@riceprecision.com to learn more. So another 1 of 2 trip to the line for Neufeld. 4 first-half points for the Bulldogs' leading scorer, and with 2:27 to go in the half, it's Baldwin on top by 12. Jeff West has just 1 bucket in the last 12 minutes of this game, after they led the game 7-0. That 1 bucket was an Ella Dickey 3, and that is another attempt by Dickey. Offensive rebound by Sanders, and the putback is good. 10-point game with under a minute to go, or under 2 minutes to go in the half, and a timeout Baldwin. 1:47 left to play in this first half. It's Baldwin 22, Jeff West 12. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. Also brought to you in part by The Bullpen, your locally owned sports bar in downtown Baldwin City. Open 11 a.m. through 2 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. The perfect place to go before, during, and after the games. And if you're also looking for a job here in Baldwin City, they've got some opening for some bartenders there at the Bullpen. So stop in and pick up an application there at the Bullpen in downtown Baldwin City. Follow them on Facebook for all the latest happenings. 22-12, Baldwin lead with 1:47 left to go in this first half. The Bulldogs went on a 20-0 run in this first half after they trailed 7-0. 5-2 advantage for Jeff West since that 20-0 Baldwin run. And Sanders knew she did it, but could not help herself as she reaches in and commits her 3rd foul. 2 shots coming up for Emma Kate Lang. Sanders has been effective when she's been on the floor. 6 points, a couple of rebounds, but now has 3 fouls. Baldwin struggling at the line tonight, 5 out of 12. Sanders is out, Noel back in for Jeff West. Frost returns, replacing Carly Neufeld for Baldwin. Another free throw missed. Reichert saves it behind her back, and it went right to Lang. Baldwin ends up turning it over, though. 80 seconds to go in the half. Bulldogs' inability to knock down free throws has kept Jefferson West within striking distance somewhat in the first half that's seen them go almost 2 quarters without scoring. They scored just 1 bucket since the 6:13 mark of the first quarter. Baldwin on the run. Frost has it deflected out to Smith, and Baldwin pulls it away. Bulldogs let some clock run here and perhaps hold it for the final shot with a 10-point lead. Now you're down to 30 seconds, and at this point in time, I would expect they will. Get it back into the hands of Bailey Smith now, the point guard, with 22 seconds to go. And here we go, 10 seconds left. Smith gets a screen from Lang and then has the pass deflected out. Leaves Baldwin with 7.3 seconds to work with. They'll get their best shooter back on the floor, Carly Neufeld. Smith to inbound. Into Reichert. Reichert taking it herself and scores it with a couple of seconds to spare. So we have reached the half here in Meriden. And it's the Baldwin Bulldogs on top of the Jefferson West Tigers, 24-12. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayton Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here from Jefferson West High School tonight. It's a 24-12 halftime lead for the Baldwin girls. Halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting. See how they can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future, at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Well, it was a dream start really for Jefferson West in this game. They scored on their first 3 possessions of the ball game. They led 7-0, and then that was about it for that start. They woke up from that dream apparently because Baldwin went on a 20-0 run and held Jefferson West scoreless from the 6:13 mark at the first quarter all the way to the 3:43 mark of the second quarter, and the Tigers scoring just 5 points in the second quarter plus 6 minutes, so 14 minutes and 13 seconds to close the half. They scored just 2 times, 5 points, a 3 from Ella Dickey, and then a 2-point bucket from Burley Sanders. So that long scoring drought allowed Baldwin to go from 7-0 down to up 24-12 here at the break, as we had just one lead change, no ties in that first half, and the one lead change was for good, at least to this point, as Baldwin now leads it by a dozen, which is just shy of their largest first half lead. They led by 13 at 20-7 for their largest first half lead. But the Bulldogs got things turned around. They turned over Jefferson West 14 times in that first half. Baldwin had just 5, with 4 of those coming somewhat late in that second quarter. At one point in time, it was 11-1 in turnover differential, with Jeff West piling up those turnovers. Baldwin didn't maybe fully take advantage as well as they could have on those turnovers, but they certainly did well enough as they have built up a double-digit lead here at the break. Baldwin is perfect this year when they lead at halftime. They're 11-0 this year with a halftime lead, and this time around it's a 12-point halftime lead. So I think Eric Toot has to like where his squad sits right here at the break, up 24-12. Jefferson West certainly going to have to try to find some more offense in the second half. They're going to have to start taking care of the ball better if they want any chance of coming back in this game, as they trail right now by a dozen. 24-12 is their halftime score. We'll take a look at the first half numbers for you when we come back right after this word from Farm Bureau.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
All right, let's take a look at those first half numbers for you here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 24-12, Baldwin on top in this game. The numbers are brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services at 608 High Street in Baldwin City. They'll help you confidently tackle tax season. And we know that it means a lot for your business to make sure you get that tax stuff right? Well, New Frontier Tax and Business Services is there to help you do that. Timely, accurate, and reliable services at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Learn more at newfrontiertbs.com. So we'll start with the Tigers. Jeff West, again, got off to a great start tonight. 7-0 run, a 3 from Addison Schwinn. They got another 3 late from Ella Dickey. So a pair of 3s in that first half. Verley Sanders leads the way with 6, including a couple of offensive rebounds. And but that's the extent of their offense. The 6 from Sanders and those 2 threes, 1 from Dickey and 1 from Schwinn, as they turned it over 14 times. And I don't know what their actual shooting percentage is in that first half. It's quite a bit better than the 20% that they shot against Baldwin the first time around. They just didn't get very many shots up because of those 14 turnovers. A lot of possessions ending without anything heading up there towards the basket. So they're going to have to get better at that in this second half. Baldwin, meanwhile, all 5 of their starters scored in that first half. They didn't get any points from the bench yet, but the starting 5 put up all 24, and all 5 of them getting involved, led by Marin Frost, who had 8 points to lead all scorers in that first half. Another pair of 3s for Frost, who knocked down 6 of them against Jefferson West in their first matchup. A career-high 18 points in that game. She has 8 at the half in this one. 7 from Alyssa Reichert. All 7 of Alyssa's points came in the second quarter. Carly Neufeld with 4, Emma Kate Lang with 2, and Bailey Smith with 3 points in that first half. The Bulldogs could have made a little more separation had they knocked down their free throws at a better clip, but the Bulldogs just 5 of 13 at the free throw line in that first half. They did take care of it relatively well. 5 turnovers when it was all said and done. 4 of those 5 coming in the second quarter. On the glass, leading the rebounding tally right now is Emma Kate Lang with 4 for the Bulldogs, 3 from Alyssa Reichert as well. And when you add it all up, it's a 12-point lead right now for Baldwin, 24-12. They used a 20-0 run in that first half during what ultimately ended up being a near 13-minute scoring drought, about 6.5 minutes scoring drought, or 12.5 minute scoring drought for Jeff West, from the 6:13 mark at the first quarter to the 3:43 mark at the second quarter without scoring. And Baldwin went from down 7 to up 13 during that stretch. So it's a 12-point lead here at the break. Baldwin on top 24-12. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Kelly Neufeld and Farm Bureau are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you in your financial future as well. Give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Farm Bureau in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Second half is coming up next. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors. It's a 24-12 Baldwin lead on top of Jefferson West here at the break.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
We're headed off to the second half here tonight in Meriden, where the Baldwin Bulldogs lead the Jeff West Tigers 24-12. Take a quick peek at our upcoming broadcast schedule. The regular season comes to an end on Friday night. Bulldogs hosting Bonner Springs. Should be some good basketball there in Baldwin coming up on Friday night. The Bonner Springs girls ranked number 3 in 5A, 15-3 on the year. And the Bonner Springs boys, a double-digit win team this year as well. So that'll be a good matchup on the boys' side also. That's coming up on Friday night. Girls game starts around 6. The boys to follow right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Sub-state schedule, we'll see what happens and what we're able to broadcast. There are some different CASIA stipulations and regulations that we sometimes are allowed and not allowed. So not sure exactly what that schedule will look like for you, but we'll maybe have a clearer picture come Friday night. But here we go, start of the second half. Baldwin on top 24-12 in this game. After trailing early 7-0, but a nice turnaround, and that's not the start they wanted though in the second half. It's a turnover on the Bulldogs' first possession. Count the layup for Ella Dickey, and a three-point opportunity coming up for the Tigers. And despite all that did go well for the Bulldogs, they had a chance, you feel like, that really create more separation than they did with the Tigers. With all the Jeff West turnovers and the inability to knock down free throws, it kind of kept Jefferson West somewhat in this ball game, but still a ways to go. Double-digit deficit for Jefferson West. Reichert will head to the line on a foul by Zytek. Alyssa at the line in the first half, just 1 out of 3. It's a 2-shot foul for Reichert. Eight points now matches Marin Frost for the game high. .11 Baldwin lead, 11-0 this year when leading at the half. And a 12-point cushion at the half tonight to work with. Trying to run that to a perfect 12-0 mark and extend what's currently a season-high 4-game winning streak. Tuck air ball 3 out of the corner. Reichert quickly the other way. Gathers right into the defender Dickey. No call and it's out of bounds to Jeff West. Man-to-man pressure in the full court for Baldwin. They forced 14 Jefferson West turnovers in that first half. The Tigers have turned it over 20-plus times in 5 of their last 6 games, averaging 19 per game this year, and obviously well on their way to that number and more tonight. Tuck, another missed 3. It hits the guide wire out of bounds to Baldwin. Frost weaves inside and hits the free throw line with another Jefferson West foul. This one's on Hallie Tuck, her third. Two shots for Marin Frost, who was 2 out of 2 at the line. Tied with Riker for the game high scoring honors right now with 8 points each. Now 9 from Frost. Has just 1 double-digit scoring game since that career high 18 against Jeff West back in late January. And now with 9 points tonight after that missed free throw. 12-point Baldwin lead. Knocked out of bounds by Baldwin. Another block that time by Frost, and a foul committed by Tuck in the backcourt. She picks up her 4th. She'll check out. Ashley Moser comes in. Smith trying to slip the pass back to Lang, and then ends up coming up from the out-of-bounds side to take it and turns it over. Deflected out by Baldwin. And a timeout. Jeff West will step aside with 5:40 to go in the third. Baldwin by 12. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
(26-12), Baldwin on top of Jefferson West as we're still trying to get rolling in this second half. Both teams quiet start and some turnovers and a lot of fouls early on in this second half. Baldwin feels like it's just about ready to just take off and put this game away. They have led throughout after a 7-0 start for Jefferson West, and the Tigers went on a 12-minute scoring drought that allowed Baldwin a 20-0 run to pull away, but they have just not been able to keep it going. Jefferson West sticking around here, but not doing much scoring. This is Zytek missing the 15-footer and rebounded by Reichert. Smith with a foot on the line, misses the long two. Offensive rebound to Reichert. And Alyssa goes back up with it. She's into double figures for the 10th time this year and 4th straight game to make it 28-14 Baldwin. Largest lead of the game now for the Bulldogs at 14 points. And another Tiger turnover. Reichert, coast to coast, missed it though. Offensive rebound, Frost. Back up top to Smith. Deep three from Frost. In and out. Rebounded by Jefferson West. Moser deflected off the hand of Noel. And a Jeff West turnover. Chloe Neufeld and Carly Toot back in for Baldwin. Olivia Meyer and Verly Sanders back in for Jefferson West. Midway through the third quarter, Baldwin a 4-2 advantage so far in this third period. Turnover on the entry pass. Zytek thought about the three, gives it up to Dickey. Meyer, kick out, Zytek, open three. It's short, and Carly Toot the rebound for Baldwin. Baldwin, some ugly turnovers to start this second half. That's their third of this quarter. Continuing to shoot themselves in the foot, not allow themselves to pull away from Jefferson West here with 3 and change to go in the third quarter. The Baldwin lead is 14. Flipped up by Dickey as she hit the floor, and Neufeld tracks it down. and turns it over. Another loose ball. Neufeld sliding in. Dickey crawling after it, but the ball was rolling faster than Dickey could crawl. Out of bounds it goes to Baldwin as both these teams need to take a deep breath and settle in here. It's getting a little ugly right now at turnovers. Frost is out, back in Carly Neufeld for Baldwin here, the 2:26 mark of the third. Reichert into traffic. Ball squirts free out of bounds. Baldwin will retain possession. We've had now 8 turnovers in the 5:40 played so far in this quarter between the two teams. This is Smith for 3, and there you go. No, just 2. Had a foot on the line, but Bailey will take it. 5 points. Same number she had against the Tigers in their first matchup this year. And a traveling violation on Meyer. Back to Baldwin it goes with their game-high 16-point lead. Lang back on for Baldwin, replacing Reichert. Toot out to set a screen for Neufeld, and she's tied up by Meyer. A foul on Olivia Meyer, her 4th. We got 2 players with 4 now, Meyer and Tuck. They'll both be on the bench as Moser comes back in. Neufeld into the defender, Sanders. Now taken away from Dickey by Chloe Neufeld. Chloe gets back her miss. Smith, this time it is a 3 on the way, but missing. Rebounded by Carly Neufeld, and she's fouled before the putback try. They'll call the foul on the floor. It is on Ella Dickey. That's her 3rd. 15 foul with 1:25 to go in the 3rd. Carly thought she was shooting. She's lined up at the free throw line, but the official called it on the floor, so it's a baseline inbound here for Baldwin. Into Carly Toot, blocked by Sanders. Zytek has it coming the other way. And she fumbles it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Neufeld. Aaron Frost checks back in for Baldwin. A turnover and a foul. Now Dickey picks up her 4th. Back in Neufeld and Reichert. 16 fouls now on Jeff West. Hallie Tuck has come back on for the Tigers. And she has, oh no, that's Dickey, rather, who stayed out there with her 4th. Another Jefferson West foul. This will put Frost at the free throw, and that's 4 on Sanders. So 4 of the 5 starters now for Jefferson West have 4 fouls with a minute left in the 3rd quarter. 17 fouls called against Jefferson West so far in this game with a whole quarter to play. Baldwin just 7 out of 18 at the free throw line, though. Sanders is out, Noel back in. Smith returns for Baldwin, replacing Neufeld. Ten points now from Frost. 5th game this year into double figures for Marin. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. And a Bailey Smith foul. It's just the 2nd on Baldwin, and he gets the Bronx cheer from the Jefferson West crowd. First personal foul on Bailey Smith. Baldwin's been whistled for 10. Jefferson West has been called for 17 fouls in this game. Schwinn with the elbow pull-up, not there. Tapped to Moser, who puts it back. Just the second bucket of the quarter for Jefferson West. Frost quickly looking to answer for three, and the rainbow out of the corner is on the money. 13 from Marin Frost. Timeout Bulldogs. 34-16 Baldwin with 24 seconds to play in the third. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
A third Marin Frost three has made it an 18-point Baldwin lead here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. #1 land brokerage for farm, ranch, and recreational properties. And your Baldwin City brokers are Shad and Penny Sheldon. Send an email to shad@haydenoutdoors.com or penny@haydenoutdoors.com. You can find them online at haydenoutdoors.com to learn more, or call 785-821-2666. A turnover out of the inbound play here for Jefferson West, and they commit yet another foul. They are just piling up the fouls in this game. I'd mentioned it there prior to the break that 4 of their 5 starters have 4 fouls. We have not reached the fourth quarter yet. The free throw woes continuing, though, for Baldwin. Now 8 out of 20 at the free throw line. Zytek fouled by Frost with 14 seconds to go. It's called on the floor. In comes Lauren Berg for the first time for Baldwin. That's Marin's second, only the third team foul. Carly Toot will also check in for Baldwin. 14 seconds left in the quarter. Dickey trying to kick it out to Moser. Fires a three. Put back will count if it goes, but it does not for Noel. The end of the third, it's Baldwin 34, Jeff West 16 here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
$18-point lead for Baldwin as we head to the fourth quarter here tonight. And this one has not really felt in doubt at much for Baldwin at any point, but they've yet to just completely put this game away, struggling to take advantage of the fouling issues for Jeff West as they start this fourth quarter with 4 of their 5 starters with 4 fouls, 2 of them on the floor now, Meyer and Dickey. Schwinn, number 22, is the only starter who does not have 4. She doesn't have any fouls. And Noel and Zytek, 2 of the reserves, are out there to start this fourth quarter for Jeff West. The Jeff West Tigers scored 7 points in the first minute and 47 seconds of the game. They have scored with that bucket now just 11 points since that opening 147. So it has certainly been a change for them. Neufeld has yet to get going tonight. Just 4 points from Carly. She's made just 1 shot from the field, and that 3 misses. Now Chloe Neufeld and Dickey both end up on the floor. Chloe the first to get up and get to it. Bounce to Carly Neufeld. Layup misses. Lauren Berg with a putback. She'll head to the line. Fouled by Colby Noel. Two shots here for Berg. Lauren 3 out of 7 this year at the free throw line. A sophomore in limited minutes, averaging 2 points per game in the game she's played this year. Had a season high and career high 8 in the game against Wellsville. It does get the second to drop in. Neufeld with another miss after yet another Jeff West turnover. They've had 21 of them in the game. They call that a tie-up, so it'll stay with Baldwin on the possession arrow. Jeff West has now scored first in 3 of the 4 quarters tonight, but they have followed each of those scoring first with significant scoring droughts. Emma Kate Lang with the bucket on the inbound play. Bulldogs with a 19-point lead. It's their largest of the game. And a foul as Neufeld ends up running over Meyer. That's the 4th on Carly Neufeld. 5th team foul on Baldwin. Ball continues to just roam free, and players on ice skates out there as Dickey comes up a little bit shaken up. Dickey's going to come out of the game. The officials stop it for her as she came up a little injured there, and Hallie Tuck will come on for her. Baldwin making some wholesale changes here as Smith, Frost, Toot, and Reichert all come in. Tuck backing in on Chloe Neufeld, and a foul on Baldwin. It's on Reichert, her second. 2 shots for Hallie Tuck, 0 for 1 in the game at the line. Jefferson West just 2 free throw attempts so far in the game, now 3, and they're 0 for 3. Baldwin has got 9 out of 23 in this game at the line. First point of the game for Hallie Tuck. Megan Malone and Verly Sanders check in for Jefferson West. Chloe on the kick out. Smith looks to drive, gives it up to Toot, and she knocks down a little 6-footer from the lane line. 20-point Baldwin lead. Malone fouled by Frost. He spent a lot of time at the free throw line in this second half on both ends of the floor. Megan Malone, the shooter here, 1 of 7 this year at the line. Knocks down the second one. Smith out of bounds, so Jeff West takes over. Trouble getting it in, and they do not get it in. A 5-second call. Smith blocked by Sanders, got it back though, and then stepped on the end line. Jeff West asked for a timeout here with 5:41 left to go in the ball game. It's a 39-20 lead for the Baldwin Bulldogs here in Meriden tonight. Baldwin on their way to extending a season-long winning streak to 5 games here in the next few minutes, trying to close out this one with a 19-point lead. Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up after this. And check out our upcoming broadcast schedule every week in your weekly community newspaper, the Baldwin City Community News. It's just $5 a month to stay up to date with all the latest news, the community events, sports, local happenings. You can find it all, feature stories. It's all in the Baldwin City Community Newspaper. Stop by downtown at the Nook, 703 8th Street to subscribe. And again, it's just $5 a month for your local weekly newspaper, the Baldwin City Community News. Jeff West right now 2 more turnovers than points in this game. It's been a rough go offensively. Baldwin, part of our State Farm Insurance game plan for them tonight, wreak havoc with their guards. They have done that as Addison Schwinn opened the game with a 3-pointer, and that's her first bucket since as she connects on another tray. It's a 16-point game with still more than 5 minutes to go. Reichert backing her way into the paint, draws a crowd and draws a foul as well. 2 more free throw attempts coming up for Alyssa. That is on Megan Malone, her first. Reichert with 10 points, 6 rebounds tonight. Just 2 of 5 at the free throw line though. 52% this year at the stripe. Neufeld and Lang back in for Baldwin. Sanders on the miss, has it for Jeff West. Nobody back guarding Schwinn. She's all alone. Neufeld trying to chase her down. She misses it. And Reichert with her 7th rebound. Middle of the floor to Lang. Bangs it off the glass and heads to the line for 2 more Baldwin shots at the stripe, where they have made a living here in this second half, but have not made many of those attempts. It's the second on Malone. 4 out of 12 in this second half of the Bulldogs at the free throw line. There's a make. So a pair of them that time for Lang. Half dozen points tonight to go along with 5 rebounds as well. Another turnover on the inbound play. Tough shooting night continues for Neufeld. She's been held to just 4 points tonight. That's a blocking foul on Reichert, or not on Reichert, on Lang. I'll get it right one of these times. Emma Cade picks up her first. Leads to 2 shots now for Olivia Meyer. First point of the game for the sophomore Meyer. Hits them both. Chloe Neufeld knocks down the mid-range. First bucket for Chloe. Inside to Sanders. Good position, but missed it. 5 for the rebound. Meyer ends up with it. Up top to Tuck. Three-pointer on the way, off the heel. Rebound out to Frost. Outlet up to Neufeld. Fouled, and it misses, so 2 shots for Carly coming on. And that is it for Tuck. That's her 5th. Back in comes Dickey for her. And Tuck fouls out tonight, just 1.1 rebound in the game. Another scoreless night from the field. She was 0 for 5 against the Bulldogs in their first matchup. Back to a 20-point lead for Baldwin with 4 minutes to go. Meyer able to split the press in the backcourt. Schwinn sets up Dickey. Missed the 3, Smith the rebound. Numbers for Baldwin. Neufeld into the corner to Frost. Marin drives, and it's blocked out of bounds. Lauren Krodinger checks in for the first time tonight for Jefferson West. Neufeld can't get the 3. Schwinn down to the floor. Gets it for Jefferson West. Dickey spinning her way inside. Down on the floor, tied up. And the possession arrow will keep it with Jeff West. 3:20 to go. Foul line jumper from Malone. Rattles off. Lang with the rebound and a foul on Jeff West. So we'll walk to the other side for some free throws as Dickey now fouls out as well. Second player to foul out for the Tigers. Zytek back in. And it'll be Bailey Smith at the line for Baldwin. Bailey 1 of 4 in the game at the line. Sanders back on for Jefferson West. The Bulldogs getting close to their season high for attempted free throws. Their season high is 35. They are up to 31 attempts here on this shot by Smith. Taken away by Smith. Up the floor to Neufeld. And a layup for Carly gives her 8 points on the night. Another Tigers turnover. Neufeld for 3. Meyer collects it for Jeff West. Fouled by 2. Count the bucket for Olivia Meyer, and a 3-point chance for the sophomore guard. Chloe Neufeld and Alyssa Reichert back in for Baldwin. Krodinger will return for Jeff West. And the foul was on Carly Toot, her first. Reichert got a step on Schwinn and is fouled by Schwinn. 2 more free throws for Baldwin. 20th, or the 19th and 20th free throws they've attempted in the second half coming up here. Reichert with 11 tonight. Now a dozen for Reichert, 1 of 2 in double figures, along with 13 from Marin Frost. 50-27 Bulldogs with 2:28 to go. Another foul. Zytek commits that one after the 27th turnover of the game for Jeff West. Well, Carly Neufeld to the line for Baldwin. A chance to extend her stretch of what is currently 7 consecutive games in double figures. And she does, as she knocks them both down, gives her an even 10 tonight. She checks out. Samantha Scraper in, along with Lauren Berg and Kyan Frost for Baldwin. The Bulldogs leading this one 52-27. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up. The Baldwin boys on deck, looking to extend what's a 14-4 record, but they had their 5-game winning streak ended on Friday night down in Ottawa. Trying to start a new one here heading into the postseason. Chloe Neufeld after the steal goes coast to coast for the lay-in. 54-27 as the Bulldogs now have the Tigers doubled up in this one. Meyer is fouled with 1:48 to go. She'll head back to the line for 2 more shots. This will be our 45th and 46th free throws attempted of this game. Only 22 of those have been made so far. Olivia Henry checks in, and Sailor Curry also checking in for Baldwin. Curry a sophomore, Henry a freshman. Berg battling for that rebound. They'll call it a jump ball, and Baldwin will get it on the arrow. And now Baldwin turns it over on the inbound play. Missed shot by Zytek. Kyan Frost had it knocked away. Ball still in play and loose, and eventually out of bounds off of Jeff West. And once again, knocked out by the Tigers. Curry in trouble there, and a timeout taken by Eric Toot. With 1:36 to go, you're watching Bulldog Basketball, presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
(54-27) lead for Baldwin late in this one as they are en route to closing out their 13th win of the season. Bulldog Basketball brought to you in part by the Bullpen in downtown Baldwin City. Check out their Wildcat Wednesday specials, karaoke Thursdays, sports, food, the ballpark food, the classic ballpark food that you can't get enough of. It's all there at the Bullpen, open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., Sundays 10 to 8 in downtown Baldwin City. Bulldogs with the ball here, up by 27 with 90 seconds to go. Berg gives it off to Henry, and she's called for a travel. 12th turnover of the game only for Baldwin. They've done much better taking care of it than Jeff West. The Tigers are up to 28 turnovers in this game. That ties a season high in turnovers tonight for Jeff West. Berg fouls the three-point shooter Schwinn, so 3 more free throws coming up with 67 seconds to go. There's been no shortage of free throws shot in this game. Baldwin 17 out of 35. Jefferson West 5 of 11 with 3 attempts coming up here from Schwinn. One of 3 for Schwinn, 7 points in this game. Addison Schwinn, the leading scorer tonight for Jefferson West. Schwinn can't knock that one down. Malone with a rebound. Schwinn with a foot on the line. Deep 2 is good. Puts her up to 9 points now, and it's 54-30. Henry, nice step through, kicks it to the corner. Berg on the baseline drive. Offensive foul is called on Lauren Berg. Kyan Frost with the rebound. 6 seconds to go. And that should pretty much do it. 54-30 is your final. The Baldwin Bulldogs improved to 13-6. They have won now a season high 5 straight games. Jeff West drops their season-long losing streak to 8 in a row now, and they fall to 5-15 with the loss. 54-30 the final. We're back to wrap things up for our girls game with our Farm Bureau Player of the Game coming up right after this. And still to come, Game 2 of the doubleheader, the boys game on deck.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Jeff West High School in Meriden, Kansas. It is a final on the girls' side. 54-30 is your final in this one. The Baldwin Bulldogs picking up their 13th win of the year. Baldwin with their 5th straight win, now 13-6 overall. And they've won now 6 in a row on the road as well. They finish out the regular season 7-3 on the road this year. So that's a nice mark there for the Bulldogs as they drop Jeff West to 5-15 with this loss, 8th straight loss for the Tigers. And for Baldwin, It's time to name tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. And a couple of different options you could go with here tonight. They did have 2 girls in double figures. They had 3 different girls score off the bench in this game, but we'll go with Alyssa Reichert tonight for the Bulldogs. 11 points, 7 rebounds, was their leading rebounder in this game tonight. 1 of 2 in double figures as well. 10th game this year in double figures, 4 straight. She has scored in double figures as she's put together a nice little stretch here to close out this season. The last 6 games now, averaging over 12 points and over 7.5 rebounds per game. So Alyssa Reichert, tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. From insurance to investments, wealth management, and financial planning, Farm Bureau is there to help you protect what matters most. Call today to set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team. It's 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Let's go ahead and take a look now at the final numbers. The numbers brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services. They'll help make sense of all the messy tax season questions you might have, and they're going to meet your critical business needs with a minimal investment, timely, accurate, and reliable services at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Visit newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. No ties, just 1 lead change in this game. That happened back in the first quarter. The Bulldogs took the lead at 8-7 for good. That was in the midst of a 20-0 run for Baldwin that put them out in front by double digits, and they led the rest of the way by double digits. It never got less than 10 after they took their first double-digit lead at 17-7. It stayed there the rest of the way, getting down a couple of times to 10, but never lower, and leading by as many as 27 at one point there in the fourth quarter, and they win this one 54-30 tonight. Jeff West turning it over 28 times in this game, so that was obviously a big struggle for them. Foul troubles were a struggle for them as well. 2 of their starters ended up fouling out. 2 others ended up with 4 fouls. Baldwin shot a ton of free throws, 35 attempts tonight. That ties their season high, but only made 17, so it was not a great free throw shooting night for the Bulldogs. But luckily for them, it didn't come down to having to make free throws as they were able to pull away and win this one with relative ease. Jeff West only 6 of 14 themselves at the free throw line. The Tigers were led by Addison Schwinn. The freshman had 9 points tonight to lead the way for them. Ella Dickey with 5, Hallie Tuck with 1, Ashley Moser with 2, Olivia Meyer with 4, Megan Malone with 1, and Verly Sanders with 6. Sanders and Schwinn each with 3 rebounds to lead the way for the Tigers as well. For Baldwin, leading scorer tonight was Marin Frost with 13. She was one of 3 Bulldogs in double figures, the 5th time this year Frost has scored double figures. She's had 2 nice games against Jeff West now with a career-high 18 the first go-round, 13 tonight with 3 more three-pointers from Frost. Alyssa Reichert also in double figures with 11 tonight. Carly Neufeld with 10. For Reichert, it's her 4th straight game with 10-plus and her 10th of the year. For Neufeld, it's 8 straight games in double figures and 15th of the season, which leads the team. Also scoring tonight for the Bulldogs, Emma Kate Lang with 6, Lauren Berg with 1, Carly Toot with 2, Chloe Neufeld with 4, and Bailey Smith with 6 points for the Bulldogs. On the glass, it was Reichert who led the way with 7 boards tonight. Emma Kate Lang with 6 right behind her, and a couple of girls each with a pair of assists in this game, including Bailey Smith, their assist leader this year, and she added another couple in this one. So in the end, Baldwin wins this one with relative ease, 54-30 for their 13th win of the season. The Bulldogs will go into the regular season finale against Bonner Springs at 13-6, riding a season-high 5-game winning streak. And you can catch that game coming up on Friday night right here on Baldwin Sports Live. If you're not able to make it out to the gym, they'll be back home. It's been a while since the Bulldogs have been home. January 31st, the last home game for Baldwin, as they have spent pretty much the entire month of February on the road. But they do get one final home game coming up on Friday. Starts at around 6 o'clock anyway, following the conclusion of the girls' JV. We'll have those games for you coming up, the varsity games on Friday against Bonner Springs. So that will wrap it up for the girls' contest here tonight. Again, your final 54-30. Baldwin with the victory. But don't go anywhere. Coming up, it's game 2 of the doubleheader tonight as the Baldwin boys are on the road looking for win number 15. 14-4 Baldwin against 7-12 Jeff West. That's coming up next. You're watching Bulldog Basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here to Jefferson West High School. Game one of the night is in the books, a 54-30 win for the Baldwin girls. So we turn our attention now to game two of the night, and that's the Baldwin boys at 14-4, taking on the 7-12 Jefferson West Tigers. Tigers coming off of a 55-50 loss to Nemaha Central on Friday night. Sixth game this year out of their 19 that has been decided by 5 points or less. The first one that they have lost. They were 5-0 this year in games decided by 5 points or fewer, but losing by 5 on Friday night to Nemaha Central. So they come into play tonight at 7-12 here in their season finale. And for the Baldwin Bulldogs, they are 14-4 after they had their 5-game winning streak come to an end at the hands of the Ottawa Cyclones on Friday night, 42-40. Lowest scoring game of the year for Baldwin. They allowed a 12-0 Ottawa run to end the third quarter. It took the Bulldogs from up 6 to down 6 going into the fourth quarter. Ottawa did not score again until the buzzer of the fourth quarter, so you would think that means that Baldwin went on to win that game, but the Bulldogs only scored 6 points in that fourth quarter themselves. So despite Ottawa going the entire quarter without scoring until the buzzer beater, Ottawa wins that game 42-40 in the lowest scoring game of the year for the Bulldogs to end their 5-game winning streak. So they're back on the saddle tonight to hope and have a better result in this one, as they've coming off now a couple of lower scoring games for them. We'll see if they can find the spark on offense again tonight. They've already secured their second 14-plus win season in the last 15 years with that win against Royal Valley. Now they're looking to get to that 15-win mark and perhaps even to 16 with Bonner Springs coming up on Friday night. They've been a good road team this year. Baldwin 7-2 on the road. They were 7-1 obviously prior to that Ottawa loss on Friday night. But tonight, good chance to get back in the win column, but they got to take care of business. A win tonight would also guarantee that the Bulldogs host the Sub-State. They would clinch a top 4 seed in the east side of the 4A Sub-State standings. So that's another big token there that can be achieved tonight by the Bulldogs to wrap up what would be a home game in the Sub-State. They would get obviously that first game, and then barring a loss, and then they would be done obviously. But if they win that one, they would host a Sub-State championship game as well. So they certainly want that. They play well, and their offense especially seems to play at a different level on the home floor. The home student section crowd certainly a part of that, just the familiar confines of your home gym. So would be big certainly to wrap up that home court advantage, if you will, for Sub-State, and they have a chance to do that with a win here tonight. So Baldwin and Jeff West, that's the matchup coming up. We'll take a deeper look at the matchup for you when we come back here. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show for our boys contest, which is coming up here tonight from Meriden. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors. This is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back here to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show in Meriden, Kansas tonight. Jefferson West High School, final road game of this long road stretch that the Bulldogs have been on. Baldwin has not played at home since January 31st. This is the 5th straight road game for the boys. They had an extra game in there, that one against Veritas Christian when the girls did not play on that night. So the girls, they closed with 4 straight on the road. For the boys, their 5th straight road game here tonight, but they've won 3 of the previous 4. They only lost that 2-point loss down in Ottawa on Friday night. So back at it here against the Jefferson West Tigers. We take a look at the Tigers, and they are a team that certainly wants to play at a different pace than the Bulldogs, and that will certainly be in our game plan when we get to that from our State Farm Insurance game plan. But they like to play through the inside. They will feature Gage Galley in the inside, a 6'3 junior. He seems to get a touch about every time down the floor, and so that will be a guy to watch, number 15 for Jefferson West, Gage Galley, a 6'3 junior. And from what I've seen, they're not a big-time shooting team for the outside. They're only averaging 41 points per game this year, so they're not going to shoot you out of the gym necessarily, but they are going to try to make this a half-court game if they can, which means Baldwin, if they're able to open up a lead, create a little separation, and kind of force Jeff West to pick the tempo up and not play at that slow half-court style offense, that could mean good things for Baldwin here on the road tonight. We'll see, though, if Baldwin can do that. The Bulldogs themselves have been a little bit lower scoring the last couple of games. Bulldogs come in averaging 60 points per game. Bulldogs only allowing 44 points per night. Jeff West averaging 55 points against this year. And we'll see how it shakes out here on the road tonight, where the Bulldogs have fared well, 7-2 this year away from home. The same record at home. They're 7-2 on the road, 7-2 at home. But they're looking to lock up a top 4 seed in the 4A East Sub-State, and they can do that with a victory here tonight. As we go ahead now, let's take a look at that State Farm Insurance game plan for you. Game plan brought to you by Codiano State Farm Insurance. So solid post defense. That's where it's going to start, because this is, again, a team that's going to try and beat you in the half court. Bulldogs, not only the on-ball post defense, Gage Galley, the guy they like to throw it into, but they will work the backdoor cut. They'll have guys flying through the paint, let Galley pass. He's a good passer out of the post. He can also step out and shoot the 3. So that's a lot of what they run through is number 15, Gage Galley. But got to be solid in the post defense here tonight against a team that wants to pound the rock inside and then push the tempo. A low 40s type game is what Jeff West wants. Baldwin wants to push this thing up into the upper 50s, get it up into the 60s, or at least for them. They don't necessarily want to see Jeff West up in the 60s, but they want to put themselves, if they can get up to that mid-50s mark, I think, in this game, I'm not sure Jeff West will be able to keep pace with them. The Tigers this year have only scored over 50 points on 5 occasions of their 19 games. So if Baldwin could get this game up into the mid and upper 50s, it could spell trouble for Jeff West. That has just not been their style of play on this season. So that's our game plan for the Bulldogs tonight. The game plan is brought to you by Codiano at State Farm Insurance. Stop by, grab a cup of coffee, meet the team, let Cody get to know you as well. He just wants to talk about life with you, get to know the things that you like most, the things you value most, and then he can come up with a game plan that will help protect those things the best way for you with State Farm Insurance. So just go in and have a conversation with him, and the coffee's always hot, the coffee's always on, and usually there's a few other treats as well. So stop by at 208 Baker Street. Go online to CodyIsMyAgent.com to set up a meeting and chat with Cody down at State Farm Insurance. On the other side of the timeout, we'll get the starting lineups for this ball game, and the opening tip is moments away as well. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as the Bulldogs get set to take on the Jeff West Tigers coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
All right, almost game time here in Meriden at Jefferson West High School. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, brought to you by your friends and neighbors down at the Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care, online at baldwinstatebank.com or call 785-594-6421. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. You can scan the digital QR code for the boys basketball digital program as well and stay up to date with all the latest stats, pictures, news with the Baldwin High School boys basketball team. As you see the starters there for the Bulldogs, no Sam Darnell in the starting lineup tonight. Rolled that ankle late in that game on Friday night against Ottawa, and we're not expecting to see Sam tonight in this one. So it'll be Joey Zimbecki, Talon Torres, Riker Grossner, Cooper Carr, and Caleb Carr for the Bulldogs. So without Darnell, who's the second leading scorer and rebounder on this team, some numbers to be picked up there by the Bulldogs. Darnell averaging 9.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. But don't think they're going to have the services of Sam tonight. So it'll be Zimbecki, Torres, Grossner, Carr, and Carr for the Bulldogs. Head coach of the Dogs is Donnie Blanchett, assisted by Pete Carr, Drew Tribaum, and Jackson Blakely. And for Jefferson West, Tucker Holthouse, Connor Reich, Gage Galley, Brian Kelly, and Caleb Morse is their starting lineup. Galley is the featured guy for them, number 15. Head coach is Joe Smith of the Jeff West Tigers. They come in to play at 7-12 tonight. Baldwin at 14-4. Your starting lineups brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center as you take a look at their upcoming lineup on the screen right now. Get your tickets for that high school jazz band performance tomorrow at the Lumberyard Arts Center. They've got the art show, which is opened up. The opening reception for the elementary and intermediate Baldwin School art show is Thursday from 3:30 to 5:30, so check that out. And then the gallery remains open through March 18th. You can find out more about these events and everything else that they've got going on at your creative home in Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Arts Center, online at lumberyardartscenter.com. So the starting lineups announced here to the crowd inside Jeff West High School. Baldwin looking to bounce back from their first loss since January 21st. They had gone right at a month almost without losing the ball game. Had won 5 in a row before that 2-point loss down in Ottawa. Buzzer-beating win by the Cyclones to knock off the Bulldogs. And now Baldwin trying to get that momentum back as we head towards the finishing touches of this regular season. Baldwin, 1 game to go. That's a home game against Bonner Springs coming up on Friday night. Hoping to go into that one off of another victory. The opening tip is coming up. Opening tip brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. They want you to join their team. They're hiring for summer positions right now, and if you're looking for a great job that keeps you active and gives back to the community, get involved. If you're a sports fan, sports player out there, a high school kid who plays sports, want to stay involved with it in the summer in your free time, well, they need soccer officials, they need baseball, softball umpires. You want to get out and hang out of the ballpark, concession stand workers, lifeguards. You want to work on that tan during the summer. Lots of positions available. Great team to work for at BCRC. Apply online at baldwinrec.org. Underway here tonight, it's Jeff West that controls the opening tip. Tucker Holthouse at the controls as they bring Kelly up through the elevator up top, but nothing comes from that. Here they go inside. This is Morse who they get the ball into, and on a night where the opponent wants to pound the rock inside, the Bulldogs without their starting 5-man Sam Darnell, so perhaps a challenge, but that'll help make up for it. Joey Zimbecki knocks down a 3 out of the corner, 32% shooter from downtown, and he gets the night started right for Baldwin with the 3 ball, 30 seconds in. Bulldogs average 7 threes per game. They were held to just 40 points by Ottawa on Friday night, a season low for the Bulldogs. Zimbecki picks up the foul, his first. But a good start tonight on the offensive end. 1 trip down, an open 3, and it's cashed. Holthouse with it for Jeff West. Looking inside, here's Galley. This is the guy they like to go to down low, and he'll stretch out, and he can shoot the 3, passes well out of the post as well. They like to use the pick and roll also, so that's the other thing. Baldwin have to defend the pick and roll well tonight. No backdoor cut off of that, slip those screens. Here's a handoff to Kelly. Now back to Galley. There's that backdoor cut. Holthouse. Nice pass back into the middle, and it's floated in by Caleb Morse. Jeff West on the board as Torres finds himself in some trouble and turns it over. Bulldogs averaging just 12 turnovers a game this year. They've been pretty good about taking care of the basketball. A lot of that having to do with their senior point guard, Caleb Carr. Don't want to see that number get too high tonight. Another good look inside for Morse. Cannot finish this one, though. Grossner, the Bulldogs' leading rebounder this year at over 7 per game, rips it down, and Carr the other way. Contact, offensive foul. You know, that has been the only thing that's really shut down Caleb on any given night this year, is sometimes he'll get himself into some foul trouble, and it usually comes off of offensive fouls. And that is a charge. Second Bulldog turnover. First foul on Caleb. Carr averages 16.5 points per game to lead the Bulldogs, just under 5 assists per game as well to lead the team. Morse knocked away by Cooper Carr and scooped up by Caleb Carr. Dribbled it off his leg and out of bounds. Baldwin now with 3 turnovers here in the opening 2 minutes. Quickly feeding it to Kelly. Floater misses. Grossner clears it again for Baldwin. Coming off a double-double, his first career double-double in the game against Ottawa. Career high 16 points, and he pulled down 10 rebounds as well, did Grossner. Shot the ball well on that night. His first attempt of this game, he goes off of the heel, and it's rebounded by Connor Reich for Jeff West. Inside Galley, that's deep positioning right there. Not a lot you could do to defend it when Galley gets it that deep. And he puts Jeff West on top at 4-3. Torres out of the high post to Zimbecki. Contested three this time by Joey. Cooper Carr, good rebound by the freshman in there amongst two Tigers. Then the putback gets blocked. All the way to the cup. Reich misses it. Grossner looked like he was in position to draw a charge perhaps, and it kind of slid away at the end. I guess it all worked out though as he missed it. Zimbecki floater on the other side misses. Kelly the rebound, or make that Morse rather with a rebound. Baldwin got a three on the opening possession from Zimbecki, but now scoreless over the last 3 minutes, trailing 4-3. Galley picked up by Cooper Carr, swinging around to Holthouse. Galley curling into the paint again, gets deep position inside. That's too easy. Post defense, that was in our game plan. Got to be solid post defense tonight for the Bulldogs, and that's a couple consecutive trips now. They have not defended the post well, giving Galley point blank range to shoot from. 6-3 Tigers, 6 straight from Jeff West after that opening three ball by Baldwin. Zimbecki able to get inside the zone, kick to Grossner, open three out of the corner. Backside rebound, pulled in by Kelly. Zimbecki a deflection, but Kelly tracks it down for Jefferson West. Morse from the high post. Gets it back to Galley on the wing. Reich inside, blocked by Riker Grossner. Leo Schoenberger and Braden Statham will check in. The Bulldogs bringing a little bit more size inside now. Zimbecki and Torres go out, so 6 foot and 5'9" check out, 6'3" and 6'2" check in. Schoenberger defensively guarding Galley. Galley with the strength advantage. Height-wise, they're matched up the same, but the junior a little stronger inside than Schoenberger, but he defended it well that time, and they force a turnover, and then that couples into a foul. Called on Caleb Morris, his first and the team's first as well. 3:26 to go in the opening quarter. Baldwin now 4 minutes without scoring after that opening three-pointer on their first possession of the game. Carr inside, does not put it up, kicks it back out to Grossner. Driving, Morse falls down, blocking foul this time. Looked like Morse almost flopped on that one. Not a lot of contact from the official. Calls it a blocking foul, so that will put Grossner at the line. It's the second on Morse. At the stripe is Riker Grossner, 58% free throw shooter this year. Last year he led the team at 79%. And that number has dipped off a little bit this year. Steps up and knocks down the first one. First point for Baldwin in the last 4.5 minutes. Grossner able to get both of them. 1 point game, 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Dangerous pass into the front court. Galley collects it, finds Holthouse on the lob, backside for the easy lay-in. 8-5 Tigers. Carr dribbles in, couple of ball fakes, leans inside and lays it up and in. He's crafty enough when he gets inside that you'd like to see him perhaps just go to the jump stop and create that more often instead of creating those charges he has a tendency to get himself into a predicament with. Caleb Morris with the answer, and this time a push as Carr did go to that stop. Morris was there to try to draw another charge, but after he came to the stop, he was pushed by Holthouse, who picks up his first and the team's third. Back in comes Zimbecki along with 6'4" senior Caden Engler. Cooper Carr and Braden Statham check out for Baldwin. 2:21 to go in this opening quarter. Baldwin Down 3, now make it a 1-point deficit. Caleb Carr once again able to get inside and create a bucket. 4 points now from the Bulldogs' leading scorer, who averages 16.5 per game. Inside, Morris over top of Grolster. Right now, as we talked about, it's not a secret. We told you that Jeff West wants to pound the ball inside. They want to work out of the post, and that's where they're getting everything right now. And Galley out to block the 3 by Englert. He ended up on the sideline, so Baldwin will get it back, but a good play there by Gage Galley. All 12 points for Jefferson West have come from 2 feet and in. They've made everything in the paint so far, all 12 of their points. Grosner out of the corner, 3-pointer for Baldwin. And conversely, Baldwin now half of their points have come from the 3-point arc. Deflected away by Grosner, creates the turnover as Schoenberger leads the break for Baldwin. Gives it out to Grosner, and they'll set up in the half court now. Game tied at 12. Haven't yet been able to get the ball inside on this zone this time down. Mid-range jumper by Carr misses, but Schoenberger keeps it alive for the Bulldogs. Now they're going to move Carr to the high post. Try to get that going as the skip pass creates an open 3 for Grosner. It's missed. Connor Reich back the other way for Jefferson West. Final minute of the quarter. Schoenberger's done a good job on Galley since he's come in and taken over that assignment. Holthouse, nice fake on the pass, kept it and lays it in. Another layup for Jeff West. All 14 points have come inside the paint. They lead by 2 with under 30 seconds left in the quarter. Caleb will hold it out for the final shot here for Baldwin. Backdoor to Zembecki. Fall away, missed off the heel. Tapped out of bounds by Schoenberger. And now Jeff West will get the final crack at it with 11.8 to go. Cooper Carr and Talon Torres back in for Baldwin. Some good minutes there from Schoenberger, though. He checks out along with Englert. Reich brings it up. 7 seconds to go for the Tigers. Blocked out of bounds by Grosner with 3.9 left. Inside, Galley got it up from the block and scores it. 16-12. Jeff West leads it at the end of 1. You're watching Bulldog Basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
(16-12) lead for Jefferson West as we head off to the second quarter. Good start for the Tigers tonight. All 16, or maybe count that last bucket by Galley as a non-paint point. It came maybe just outside of the block, but they have dominated inside. Baldwin, meanwhile, trying to stay in it with threes as that's their third. Talon Torres knocks that one down, and Would be nice to get Talon going again. He's just 1 out of 13 from three-point land over his last 4 games coming into tonight. Back-to-back scoreless games. He's been scoreless in 3 of the last 4 after going the first 14 games straight to start the season without a scoreless night. So hopefully that 3 will get the junior Talon Torres going again. He pulls the Bulldogs within 1. Galley lost it, able to get it back while laying on the floor. Now tied up by Cooper Carr. And the possession arrow will keep it with Jefferson West. But the Tigers have been pretty much on cue with the scouting report. They have pounded the rock inside, and they've had a lot of success doing it. Bulldogs without one of their best, if not their best defender in the inside, and that's Sam Darnell, the 6'4 senior. Ankle injury has him sidelined tonight, and the Bulldogs so far feeling the pain of not having him in there. Missed layup by Reich, rebounded by Cooper Carr. He'll pull up just inside the foul line. Offensive board, Torres kick it out to Zimbecki. And they'll set things up. Now Torres, another three-pointer on the way. This one rattles off. Galley the rebound. Inside to Morse. Grosner with a rebound. And Morse has a couple times now kind of used his off arm to create a little space before the shot. And we'll see if perhaps that draws the attention of the officials before this one's all said and done, as Caleb Carr goes coast to coast, lays it back in, and puts the Bulldogs on top once again. It's 17-16. There's Galley again on the block. And a foul on the entry pass. That's called on Cooper Carr. It's Cooper's first, team's third. Jason Payne checks in along with Hunter Moser for Jefferson West. Holthouse and Morse go to the bench. That ball deflects out of bounds. Last touch by Payne. Colton Collum will check in now. 6'5 freshman for Baldwin. Donnie Blanchett having to go to a little bit of a different rotation tonight without Darnell. And we've seen Schoenberger and now Collum both earlier than we traditionally have, trying to get some size in there to defend the post tonight. Torres, good job creating off the dribble, gets it out to Carr, and another blocking foul. This one will be on Jefferson West, Jason Payne. His first, team's fourth. 2 free throws coming up for Caleb Carr. 66% this year at the line. Averages a team high 16.5 points per game. Seven points now to start this game for Carr. He's put the Bulldogs up by 2. Now makes it a 3-point lead. Reich pressured high by Carr. Run and jump by Cooper Carr. Knocked the ball free for a moment. And now Caleb ties up Galley. It's a turnover back to Baldwin. 5:31 to go in the first half. Riker Grosner checks in for the Bulldogs. Tucker Holthouse returns for Jeff West. A 7-0 run for Baldwin to start this second quarter. They were down 16-12 to open the period. Cooper inside, floater is redirected, taken away by Moser. Galley wanted to go back door, and it ends up out of bounds, turned over to Baldwin. Carr gets everybody in the right spot. Dribbles, creates, kicks it out. Now Carr, it's Cooper Carr. Blocked by Payne. Holthouse gets to that left hand again, misses it though. Grossner the rebound, and he's fouled by Holthouse. 15 foul on Jeff West. It's personal foul number 2 for Tucker Holthouse. Dallin Torres back in for Cooper Carr for Baldwin. Once again, they easily break the press. Teams have not been able to press Baldwin much this year. Colton Collum kissed it in, and the freshman a three-point opportunity. Collum had 4 points against Anderson County back in the second game of the year. That's been his best game so far as a Bulldog here in his freshman season. 4 points, 3 rebounds in that one. And a chance at a three-point play here on the second foul committed by Jason Payne. And Collum does cap off the three-point play. The Bulldogs now 5 out of 5 at the free throw line, and their run is up to a 10-0 run to extend the lead to 6. Take it away on the backdoor pass. Long lob up the floor by Carr. Maybe a little bit too greedy on that lob. They get away with it. Collum on the putback, and it's a new career high in a matter of minutes for Colton Collum. 5 straight from the 6'5 freshman. And Baldwin leads by 8 with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Driving in is Reich, missing a layup. And then he did not establish himself back in bounds. It's out of bounds to Baldwin. Cooper Carr back in for the Bulldogs. Brian Kelly returns for the Tigers. It's an 8-point Baldwin lead with 3:51 to go in the half. A 12-0 run right now for the Bulldogs. They have held Jefferson West scoreless in this second quarter. Carr drives, scoops, finger roll in. 10 points in the first half for Caleb Carr. Timeout Jefferson West. A 14-0 run forces the Tigers to take the timeout, and the lead is now up to 10 for Baldwin. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
26-16, Baldwin on top of Jeff West. They were down. Baldwin was down 4 to start this second quarter. But it's been all Bulldogs in this second period. 14-0. Baldwin has outscored Jeff West here in the second quarter. Now to lead by 10. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Hayden Outdoors, presenting sponsor of Baldwin Sports Live. Find them online at HaydenOutdoors.com to learn more about Shad and Penny Sheldon, natives of Goodland, Kansas, now in the Baldwin City area for the past 10 years, experts in selling rural homes, farms, ranches, and recreational real estate. They'd love to help you find your next dream property. Go online to learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. See if the timeout by Joe Smith ends the momentum that the Bulldogs had been building up. Gage Galley inside does score. First points of the quarter for Jeff West. And it's an 8-point game. Around the wing it goes to Cooper Carr. Driving, flipping it back to Collum, but it comes free. And the Bulldogs turn it over. Trying to go with a reverse. Kelly could not get it off the glass. Rebounded by Collum. Up to Grossner. Lay it in, and it's 28-18 Bulldogs. 7 first half points for Riker Grossner. Coming off a career-high 16 on Friday night against Ottawa. Galley trying to get a curler into the paint. Nothing there, though. Back up top for Reich. Losing his balance, and a foul is called on Baldwin. 14th foul of the Bulldogs. It's number 2 on Caleb Carr. Caleb Morse back in replacing Galley for the Tigers. Through the hands of Morse, and then turned it over. So Baldwin, after getting dominated in the paint in that first quarter, has kept the ball out of it here in this second quarter, and then the few times that Jeff West has gotten in there, they've missed layups. This is a foul on Caleb Morse. That's his third. So Colton Collum, nothing that will show up in the stat sheet there, but Collum has done an excellent job in this second quarter for Baldwin. He's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. That was the 7th team foul on Jeff West. McCollum has already set a new career high in scoring here in this quarter and alone with 5 points, go along with a couple of rebounds. And now tags a third foul on Morse. Misses the free throw, their first miss at the line in this game for the Bulldogs, who were 5 out of 5 prior. But still a productive possession, if you will, because of a third foul on Morse. He's still in the game. 6 points, a couple of rebounds so far for Morse. He and Galley have been their focal point on the offensive end, but the Bulldogs have done a much better job in this second quarter limiting their touches, or at least limiting their touches inside. As you see there, Morse had it out high. We've seen Galley when he's been in there having it out on the perimeter. Not nearly as dangerous out there. Now they get it in the paint to Morse, but he can't finish over top of Collum. Quick outlet up to Grossner. Euro steps around the defender, but missed the layup. Reich the rebound. Caleb got to be careful here. He has 2. Guarding the ball. A minute to go in the half. 16-2 advantage in this second quarter for Baldwin. Morse inside of a cutting. Holthouse counted for him, and a foul on Caleb Carr. So he does pick up his third. And a 3-point play opportunity for Tucker Holthouse. Be the first free throw attempted of this game for Jeff West. Hunter Moser back in. Carr going to stay out there with his third foul. Zembecki checks in, replacing Colton Collum, who gave the Bulldogs some really good minutes. Free throw is missed. Grossner the rebound. So Carr staying out there because of the fact that they're not expecting to have to go back on defense. Just don't pick up a silly charge here in this final 40 seconds. Down to 20 seconds now. Baldwin on top by 8. They trailed by 3 earlier, 4 at the end of the quarter. Torres avoiding the turnover, gets rid of it to Carr. Cooper inside, can't finish. Rebounded by Payne. Knocked away. Cooper fading away in the corner, and he hit it. So Cooper Carr couldn't score it from 2 feet, but stayed with it, battled, got the ball back. And the Coop chants coming out from the Baldwin crowd as he buries it on a fadeaway in the corner. Baldwin leads it by 11 at the break, 31-20. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors. The Farm Bureau halftime show is coming up next.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here tonight. Lights are going to go out on us for the Jeff West dance team performance, but that won't stop us from the halftime show here as the Bulldogs have an 11-point lead here at the break, 31-20. And big second quarter got them there, 19-4. Baldwin outscoring Jeff West in that second quarter to lead it by 11 here at the break. And again, the halftime show is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. Kelly Neufeld, your Baldwin City Farm Bureau agent, there to help you protect what matters most. 785-594-1055. That's the number to call to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So 19-4 run in that second quarter of the Bulldogs. They opened up the quarter on a 14-0 run, and that put them on top after they were down by 4. That gave them a 10-point lead. Jeff West took a timeout and did respond well after that timeout to at least not allow Baldwin to continue to run away with things. They had it down to an 8-point game in the closing seconds of that quarter, but then Cooper Carr on a second chance after a steal, got him the ball back, hit a fadeaway three in the corner to close the half. So the Bulldogs leading this one 31-20 here at the break. One tie, 2 lead changes in that first half of action, and we'll hope to finish this one off and take it home to another victory, which would be their 15th of the season. They lead it now 31-20 here at the break. We'll take a timeout. I can't see my stats to tell you anyway, as we are dark inside the gym here at halftime. The dance team is performing. You'll have to believe me, you can't see them out there. They got black lights on them, so in person you can see them a little bit better. On the camera, you just see a bunch of white dots, but it is halftime. A dance team is performing, and we'll get you the numbers when we come back here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. It is 31-20. Baldwin on top of Jeff West here at the break.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
All right, welcome back here to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Let there be light. We're back. And it is a 31-20 lead here at the break. The Baldwin Bulldogs on top of the Jeff West Tigers as we take a look at our first half stats. The numbers are brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services. They'll help you make sense of all the numbers here come tax season, even the highly specific situations. They'll make sense of it all, meet your critical business needs, and do it with a minimal investment. Learn more at newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. You can also stop by the office downtown at 608 High Street in Baldwin City. So Jeff West, as we talked about in the open, this is a team that wants to pound the ball inside. They certainly did that. Didn't make a three-point shot. I don't know that they even attempted a three-point shot. I'm trying to remember, they maybe won. I don't know. They did not take many outside shots because, again, that's not their game. They want to go inside, and that's what they did. 8 points from Gage Galley, 6 points from Caleb Morse, 6 points from Tucker Holthouse, and pretty much all of that came in the paint or right around the paint. There was nothing more than mid-range at all in that first half from Jeff West as they went to the scouting report inside, and in the first quarter they had a lot of success. 16 of their 20 points came in that first quarter. Their first 14 points of this game came from within about a 3-foot arc of the basket. And then Bulldogs got a little bit better in that second half of shutting that down, forcing their post players to catch it higher, catch it deep, or not as deep. And that took away the offense a little bit for Jeff West. We're able to, fortunately, Jeff West missed a couple of layup opportunities as well. But Baldwin, in the meantime, they took off. And in that second quarter, they scored 19 of their 31 in that second period. They're led by Caleb Carr right now with 10 points. He's in double figures for the 18th time in 19 games this season. Averages 16 and a half. He's on his way there again tonight. Riker Grossner with 7. Joey Zimbecki, Talon Torres, Cooper Carr, all with 3 on a 3-point bucket apiece. And Colton Cullum with 5 as Colton came in and gave the Bulldogs some really good second quarter minutes. He already has a career-high 5 points, and he's 1 rebound shy of his career high there as well with 3 first-half rebounds. Grossner led him on the glass, 6 first-half boards for the Bulldogs, leading rebounder on the year. And another half dozen of them in this game, coming off of a 10-rebound game. His first, or I make that his 4th double-digit rebound game of the year against Ottawa. It resulted in his first career double-double. He had 16 points and 10 rebounds in that one. And perhaps he'd go for back-to-back double-doubles, 7 points, 6 rebounds at the break tonight for Riker Grossner. So those are your numbers, brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services. It's the Bulldogs on top of Jefferson West, 31-20 here at the break. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your proud Bulldog supporters at Farm Bureau, Kelly Neufeld and the team at Farm Bureau. Give them a call at 785-594-1055. Stop by downtown Baldwin City and see how they can help support you in your financial future as well. It's Farm Bureau, your future, let's protect it. Second half starts next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Jeff West High School in Meriden. We are getting set for the second half of this ball game. It's the Bulldogs on top of the Jeff West Tigers, 31-20. Baldwin 14-4 coming into play tonight. Jeff West 7-12. You can check out our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Baldwin City Community News. We've got one more game of the regular season. It's Friday night as the Bulldogs host Bonner Springs. Sub-state schedule, we'll see what happens with that, what we're able to broadcast and when and where and all of that. But the Bulldogs on the boys' side know that they'll be at home as long as they win one more game. And they're up 11 right now. And, of course, even if, I suppose you could say even if they don't win one more game, we don't want that to happen. There's still a chance they could get home game at that point. But the easiest route, obviously, is just take care of your own business, and they got a chance to do that here over the final 16 minutes of this one. Up 31-20 as we go to the second half. A win would get them a top 4 seed in the East of the 4A standings, and that would give them home court advantage throughout the sub-states. So we'll see if they can finish the deal here tonight. $5 a month is all it costs to subscribe to the Baldwin City Community News, to check out our upcoming schedules and all the latest community events, feature stories, local news. It's all there in the Baldwin City Community News. You can subscribe downtown at the Nook. Stop by at 703 8th Street And the second half will start with a foul. It's on Cooper Carr. Second on Cooper. Caleb Carr is out there to start this second half. He's got 3. That's now 2 on Cooper. The Carrs have combined for 5 of the 6 fouls committed by Baldwin in this game. Inside to Galley. Cooper walling up behind him. Now they go back in on the repost. Knocked away from him by Caleb Carr. Lobbed up top. Reich will set things up for Jefferson West. Only 4 second quarter points for the Tigers after they led this game 16-12 after 1. They averaged just 41 points per game. Baldwin averages over 60 points per night, and Caleb Morse gets that bucket to go. His first point since the first quarter. It's a 9-point game. Deflection by Kelly. Baldwin now chance to take advantage of the breakdown. Good recovery by the Tigers. They're back in the half-court set now as Grossner goes baseline, cut off, back out to Zimbecki, fires a 3 way off the mark, rebounded by Reich. Up to Holthouse. Skip to the corner, extra pass up top for Galley. Missed the 3 wide right, and another rebound for Grossner, his 7th of the game. Torres open in the corner. Missed the 3, but an offensive rebound by Cooper Carr. Caleb back to Grossner. Kicks to the corner. Zimbecki fires another one. This time he drills it. Second 3 for Joey Zimbecki. 34-22 Bulldogs. Not been able to get the ball inside to Galley or Morse as effectively since that first quarter. Connor Reich on the blow-by lays it in. Around to Torres, open in the corner, and it's another 3 for the Bulldogs. 37-24 as Zimbecki and Torres, like they did earlier, knocked down a pair of 3s each, or a pair of 3s, 1 from each. 6 points a pair now, and it's a 13-point Bulldog lead inside. Galley, tough catch in traffic and able to get it up off the glass and in. Baldwin inside quickly, but Torres missed the layup. Reich the rebound. Now Morse handles it in an 11-point game with 5 minutes to go. Third quarter. 1 tie, 2 lead changes so far tonight. Kelly misses. Grossner with a rebound. His 8th. Differing styles in effect tonight as Torres this time, after knocking down a couple of 3s, able to put it on the floor and drive for the layup. 8 points for Talon Torres after he's coming off of back-to-back scoreless outings. Good to see Talon get it going again tonight. And the Bulldogs lead by 13 with 4.5 to go in the third. Bulldogs have knocked down 6 3s in this game, and Jefferson West haven't made one, and they've only attempted maybe a couple of them as Morris ends up throwing this ball out of bounds. Cullum and Schoenberger, a couple of freshmen check in for the Bulldogs, and with Cooper out there as well, that's 3 of the 5 on the floor right now for the Bulldogs are freshmen. Hunter Moser checked in as well for Jefferson West. Cooper up top to Caleb. Carr with the dribble handoff to Cooper Carr. Now Caleb comes off the top of the Double screens, gets down to the block, it scores. 12 points from Caleb Carr tonight. 41-26 Bulldogs. (29-10) advantage for Baldwin since the end of the first quarter. A lob to Galley. Looked like he shoved off Column to catch that ball. No whistle on it. And Galley now with a dozen to lead the way for the Tigers. Cooper got the step on the defender. Missed the layup, but he's fouled. Cooper down on the floor. I think he's just upset he missed it. Not hurt, hopefully. The foul is on Brian Kelly. 2 shots for Cooper Carr. 3 points, 4 rebounds tonight from Coop. 68% this year at the line. He is by percentage the best free throw shooter on the team for Baldwin. As a team, they're only shooting 61%. His 68% mark is the highest on the team. Torres is back in along with Grossner for Baldwin. And Cooper goes 0 for 2. .13 Bulldog lead. That's got to be a travel. There's the call. As Reich lost his footing. Double on Cooper, gets rid of it to Caleb. Driving in, right at Galley, missed the layup. Rebounded by Reich on the tap out. Holthouse, lob underneath, Galley. Count it, and a foul on Baldwin. Galley up to 14 now. And a foul is on Talon Torres. 3-point chance for Gage Galley. It's an 11-point game with 2:19 left in the third. Zimbecki and Statham check in for Baldwin. And Galley with 7 points here in the third quarter, 15 for the game, and he's made it a 10-point game. Zimbecki passes up a shot from the corner. Comes back out to Grossner. 3 off the front iron. Reich with his 8th rebound for Jeff West. Chance to get this back to a single-digit game here, and they'll fire 3, and maybe not the shot they wanted. They've been so effective getting it inside. Go with a quick 3-point shot and a collision in the paint here as Hunter Moser collides with Riker Grossner, and Grossner will go to the line for 2 shots after he shakes off the cobwebs. First foul on Moser. Grossner 2 out of 2 at the line. 7 points, 9 rebounds tonight from Riker, as he is on his way to perhaps a second consecutive double-double, and 16 and 10 against Ottawa on Friday night. First career double-double for Grossner. He's 1 rebound and 2 points away from a second consecutive one. Doesn't get the second free throw, and a foul is called on Baldwin, I believe. I think Statham, yep. And Braden's first and the team's third. Baldwin up 11 with 1:45 to go in the third. Inside once again to Galley. And an offensive foul as Galley was backing down on Grossner. He's called for his first foul. There goes the 9th turnover for Jefferson West. Their 3rd team foul, and Baldwin gets it back up 11. Zimbecki Scoops it out to Grossner. Drives inside, stops just shy of the defender Galley, but short-armed it. Kelly the rebound. Again inside for Galley. Power dribble to collect himself, up and in. 17 from Galley. Foul by Reich out near midcourt. That'll get Cooper Carr back into the game for Baldwin. Jason Payne returns for Jefferson West. And Galley will go out. So Galley's been their big man here in this quarter. 9 of their 13 points. But he's now on the bench getting a rest here with 1:10 to go. May not be a long rest. Cooper, or rather Caleb Carr up top to Zimbecki. Trying to break his defender down. Got past him and kissed it in with the left hand. 8 points from Joey Zimbecki tonight. Moser can't get past Cooper Carr. Now Payne hands it to Holthouse. Has to float that one up left-handed in order to avoid traveling after Zimbecki tried to pick his pocket. It's touched out of bounds by Baldwin, though, with 36 seconds to go in the quarter. That should be another offensive foul, and it is, as Payne clearly just lowers the shoulder right into Grossner. Right in front of the official. Easy call, sends it the other way. Grossner's kind of taken a beating here lately. He's drawn a couple of charges. He got run over on this end, and that's going to be a travel. Ball got a little out in front of him that time. Was going faster than he could keep up with it. 44-33 with 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Reich with 12 seconds here. Clock under 10, down to 5. Holthouse kicks it out. Tough three-point attempt is banked in by Hunter Moser. The first three they've made all game is a banked-in three to close the quarter. 44-36. Baldwin leads by 8 as we go to the fourth on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
(44-36) Baldwin as we start the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game. Bulldogs led by as many as 15 in that third quarter. It's down to 8 right now as we start the final period. This would be a way to start it. And how about it? Joey Zimbecki from downtown. 11 points as Zimbuckets knocks down his third tray of this game. And the lead back to double digits for the Bulldogs. Fifth game this year that Zimbecki has reached double figures for the Bulldogs. Air ball three attempt to answer from Reich, but it ends up off of Cooper Carr's leg and out of bounds. Jeff West will retain possession. Morse banked in a three to close the quarter, and he sidearm spins that one in. That looked like it had some funky spin coming out of the corner, but Morse all of a sudden finding the range for Jeff West. It's an 8-point game again. Foul committed at midcourt, the 6th for the Tigers. Their final foul to give. It's the 2nd on Morris. Torres, when Zimbecki has hit, Torres has hit so far tonight, but not this time. Offensive rebound, Cooper Carr is fouled on the putback try. That's his 3rd offensive rebound in this game for Cooper. He'll have a chance to make him count at the free throw line. 2 shots coming up for the Bulldogs. Freshman guard Cooper Carr. The foul was the 4th personal on Tucker Holthouse. Free throw is good. Cooper makes it a 9-point game. Bulldog basketball brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. Excellent pay, competitive benefit packages, climate control work environment, friendly support staff, all dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Great place to start your next career. Learn more at riceprecision.com. Bulldogs with an offensive rebound from Riker Grosner, his 10th board of the night. And the 3 from Grosner misses off of the heel, but another offensive board, this time from Torres. Grosner 2 points shy of his 2nd consecutive double-double. Zimbecki. Another offensive rebound. Cooper with his 4th offensive board and another trip to the line coming up for Carr. The Bulldogs with 3 offensive rebounds on this trip down the floor. Hunter Moser picks up his 3rd. 2 more free throws for Cooper Carr. Went 1 of 2 a moment ago at the line. And extending the Bulldog lead. Baldwin back up by 10. And almost another. In fact, it will be another offensive rebound. This will be a team offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. So this is starting to become a crippling possession for Jefferson West. 4 offensive rebounds now. The Bulldogs already have 2 points on this possession, both at the free throw line. Chance to turn this into a 4 or 5 point possession. Carr driving, finger roll, and it makes it a 4-point possession for Baldwin. And the Bulldogs lead it 51-39 with 6 minutes to go. Skip to the corner, Moser, who's knocked out a pair of threes. He's been the only threat from the outside so far. Cooper ends up on the sideline as he slides out of bounds. Good effort. Get the sweat toweled up off the floor there. Here comes Leo Schoenberger back in for Baldwin. He'll enter for Torres. 5:52 to go. Baldwin's led by as many as 15 in this game. Jefferson West hasn't led since the start of the 2nd quarter. They were up 4 going into the 2nd quarter. Baldwin took a 17-16 lead early on in what was a 14-0 run by the Bulldogs. They have not given it back since, and they add 2 more to the lead there on the lay-in by Carr after the steal. And that will take, that will force a timeout to be taken by Jeff West. So the lead pushed quickly back up to 14 points for Baldwin. And with under 6 to go, the Bulldogs hoping to create enough separation to be able to pull away in this one. Up by 14, just 1 shy of their largest lead of the ball game. Bulldog basketball also brought to you in part by the Bullpen in downtown Baldwin City. Your locally owned sports bar, open 11 a.m. through 2 a.m. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. Perfect place to go before, during, and after the ball games. Check them out on Facebook at the Bullpen Baldwin City. They're now hiring as well for a couple of positions down there, so if you want to go to work for a locally owned company there in Baldwin City at the Bullpen, stop by downtown, pick up an application, talk to Nikki. 53-39, Baldwin on top with 5.5 to go. Holthouse is fouled by Grossner. Well, the free throw line has been pretty much non-existent in this game for Jefferson West. They've only attempted 2 free throws so far. They're 1 out of 2 in this game. The Bulldogs 8 of 14 on their end. Somewhat counterintuitive to the styles of play. You'd think the team that pounds the ball inside would be the one that gets to the foul line more often than the team that shoots a bevy of threes, but not been the case. And the Bulldogs, of course, they do their own share of getting the ball inside, driving like this. Cooper Carr takes off, floats it over the defender who tried to draw the charge. And they play on after the miss, and then it's dribbled out of bounds by Reich. 5 minutes even to go. Baldwin up by a dozen. Nice find inside. Cooper Carr, a wide open Grossner, but he missed it. And a foul is going to be called on Leo Schoenberger. Yeah, that's one that Riker would love to have back. That would have given him another double-double, but perhaps he'll have another opportunity before this one's all said and done. 53-41 Baldwin, 4:45 to go. Reich inside to Morse. Fade away on the baseline, and that's a good shot from Caleb Morse. 10-point game, 4:20 to play. Drive and kick, Caleb out to Cooper. Again, Caleb on the drive. Hesitates around the defender Morse and then draws the foul. That's number 4 on Caleb Morse. 9th team foul, so a 1-and-1 coming up for Caleb Carr. Morse will check out. Brian Kelly back in for Jefferson West. Carr 2 for 2 in this game at the line. 16 points tonight. Jefferson West trying to stay alive here. Under 4 to go, down 11. And battling from behind since early second quarter. Inside to Galley, who leads them with 17 tonight. He's tied up by Caleb Carr. It'll stay with the Tigers. Galley from the block. Baldwin triples him, knocked it free, and forced the turnover. 3-on-2 Baldwin. Cooper Carr had Zembecki on the wing, didn't get it to him though. They'll go underneath now. Schoenberger flashes wide open, and Caleb Carr finds the freshman for the 2. Deflected, still loose. Schoenberger flips it ahead to Zembecki, and Joey lays it in as the Bulldogs push the lead back out to 15, and a timeout Jefferson West. 2:47 to go. Baldwin once again with their largest lead of the game at 15 points. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
$15-point Baldwin lead at 58-43 here on the road against the Jefferson West Tigers. Jefferson West has done enough tonight to just keep this game close enough to Baldwin's never been able to relax and take the foot off the gas tonight, but a little spurt here by the Bulldogs. 5 straight points over the last 30 seconds has pushed the lead once again back out to 15 with 2:47 to go. Dangerous time right now for Jeff West. Not a quick scoring team. They're not a big three-point shooting team, and so right now trying to chase some points. And they're in danger of letting this one get away late as Cooper Carr is going to pick up his 3rd foul, trying to slide past Reich and come up with another Bulldog steal, but doesn't get it. Galley kick out to Moser rather. He floats it in. 8 points off of the bench for Hunter Moser. 13-point game. Cooper Carr is fouled, and that is 10 team fouls now. So 2 shots coming up for the Bulldogs here. Coop tonight, 3 out of 6 at the free throw line. Six points, 6 rebounds tonight from Carr. He has 4 offensive rebounds in this game. Off the dribble, Reich knocks down the 3. 60-48. 2 minutes left. Knocked free from Torres, and the Bulldogs turn it over. Reich fire another one up. It'll be Galley who takes it. Short, rebounded by Cooper. And a foul committed to the backcourt by Kelly. 2 more free throws coming up for Cooper Carr. 9th and 10th free throws of the game attempted coming up here for Cooper. 7 points, 7 rebounds now tonight. Back-to-back 7-point games, now make it 8. The majority of it has come at the free throw line. He made that 3-pointer to end the half, that fadeaway 3 out of the corner. And the other 5 points for him have come at the free throw line tonight. Lob inside to Galley. And another 2 for him. He's now up to 19 points in this game. But we're down to under 90 seconds to go, and Jefferson West running out of time, down by 11. Timeout Baldwin. 1:19 to play. Bulldogs leading by 11 with the ball here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785 242-8144.
Minute 19 to go here in Jefferson West, or in Meriden at Jefferson West High School tonight. It's an 11-point Baldwin lead, 61-50. One tie, two lead changes early in this game. Baldwin took the lead at 17-16. They've led since, by as many as 15 on a couple of different occasions. Right now with an 11-point lead and the ball. Double bonus for the Bulldogs. Baldwin also has the possession arrow. Caleb Card is playing keep away right now on the dribble. And Holthouse eventually fouls him. That will foul him out of the game, his fifth, with 1:05 to go. Oh, beg your pardon. That's his third. Okay. $18 points now from Caleb. It's been a relatively quiet 18 tonight from Carr. Now up to 19 points, matching Gage Galley for the game's leading scorer tonight. The lead is 13 for Baldwin, a minute to go. Two on the lay-in by Reich. Timeout Baldwin. 51 seconds to go. 30-second timeout. Keep it right here as the Bulldogs are on their way, it would have seemed, to a 15th win. The second time in the last 15 seasons the Bulldogs have won 14 games, let alone 15, which they're less than a minute away from reaching. The only other one was 2013-2014 season when the Bulldogs went 18-4. And depending on how the postseason goes, the Bulldogs will have a chance to get to that mark this year as well. Win 15 is less than a minute away. Have a chance at a 16th win in the regular season when you take on Bonner Springs, and if you put together a postseason run, chance to get that 18th or perhaps more. Bulldogs will be at home, it looks like, throughout the sub-state postseason, those two games. Another couple of free throws coming up here for Caleb Carr. He looks to just continue to add to his scoring tally tonight. 1 point shy of his fifth 20-point game this year. And there you go. Morse misses the running lay-in, rebounded by Grossner. Caleb to Colum. Colton trying for another rebound, and he'll have one. He's also fouled. Colum with 5 points, 4 rebounds tonight. Good game, best game of his young Bulldog career for the freshman. He'll go to the line for a chance to add 2 to it. Morse in and out. Call him another rebound. So Baldwin improving to 15-4 with a 65-52 victory. They closed the regular season 8-2 on the road this year, handing Jeff West their 13th loss of the year, and they closed their regular season with a 7-13 record. We're back to wrap things up with our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game coming up right after this.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
65-52 final here in Meriden tonight at Jefferson West High School as the Baldwin Bulldogs pick up win number 15 this year as they win this one by 13 tonight. Now 15-4. Jefferson West finishes the regular season at 7-13 for the Bulldogs. One more to go. Home game this Friday against Bonner Springs, who came in to play tonight at 12-6 on the season. So should be a good one coming up Friday night back in Baldwin. But the win tonight makes them 15-4. It's time to name tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Lots of ways we could go tonight, but you know what? I'm going with the young freshman, Colton Collum, tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Career high 6 points, career high 5 rebounds for the freshman. I thought he came in and gave the Bulldogs some really good minutes in that second quarter when the Bulldogs went on their 14-0 run. Jeff West was pounding them inside. They were hurting the Bulldogs inside, and they went to call him in there to match up with Galley, and it changed. He did a good job down there and held his own, and not only held his own, but he produced 6 points, 5 rebounds. So good work, young man. You're tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. The Player of the Game brought to you by Farm Bureau, and you can check them out at 785-594-1055. Give them a call and learn how Farm Bureau can help you from insurance to investments, wealth management, and financial planning. They're there to help you protect what matters most. Call today to set up a meeting. Farm Bureau, it's your future. Let's protect it. Final numbers coming up when we come back. New Frontier Tax and Business Services has all the numbers tallied up. We'll give them to you right after this.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
$65-52 win tonight for the Baldwin Bulldogs over the Jefferson West Tigers. Baldwin improving to 15-4. Let's check the numbers. Brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services. Timely, accurate, and reliable services at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Stop by at 608 High Street. Online, newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204. Jeff West led by Gage Galley, 19 points in this one. along with 4 rebounds as well. 6 from Tucker and Holthouse, 7 from Connor Reich, along with a team-high 8 rebounds. 8 from Hunter Mosier off of the bench, including the only 2 threes. I guess 2 of the 3 threes they hit. Connor Reich also hit one late. And then 10 points from Caleb Morse for the Tigers tonight, who turned it over 12 times, went just 3 of 4 at the free throw line. The Bulldogs had a big advantage at the stripe tonight. Baldwin going 16 of 26, and Jeff West just 3 out of 4. For the Bulldogs, it was Caleb Carr scoring 20 tonight to lead the way. His 5th 20-point game this year. 20 points, 2 assists tonight for Carr. 13 from Joey Zembecki, his 5th game in double figures this season. He hit 3 three-pointers for the Bulldogs. And then those were the only 2 in double figures, but some good numbers down the rest of this list for him. 8 from Talon Torres, 8 from Riker Grosner, 8 from Cooper Carr, and 6 from Colton Cullum, which is a career high. And they also got 2 out of Leo Schoenberger. Grosner pulled down a team-high 11 rebounds, 5th game this year in double figures on the rebounding tally, his 2nd straight game with 10 or more rebounds. And the Bulldogs, with those numbers, win this one by 13, 65-52. Just 6 turnovers tonight as well for Baldwin. They had 3 of them in the first quarter, just 3 of them the rest of the way as they settled in. And after trailing 6-3 early, they were down 16-12 at the end of the first quarter, but they opened the second quarter on a 14-0 run and win this one by 13. 65-52 is your final. Baldwin now 15-5. The Baldwin girls earlier tonight winners as well. They pick up their 13th win of the season, and they will both host Bonner Springs coming up on Friday night. Good games set for Friday when the Bonner Springs Braves come to town. So if you can't make it out to the doghouse to cheer on the Bulldogs, you can watch it right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Girls game starts around 6. The boys game to follow. We'll have all the action for you in the regular season finale coming up on Friday night. That's going to do it for us here from Meriden tonight. I'm Bryce Kessler saying good night as the Bulldogs win both the boys and girls games tonight. The girls improving to 13-6, and the boys now 15-4 with the victories.
Watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin